Did you say the GM knows too much? I should know. I really should. Anyway. So what are you guys gonna do? You're left in this hallway. Upon leaving the Warden's Sanctuary, you're back in the ruins or remnants of the old Dunmore Keep. And I mentioned last time at the very end as well that Alton, the banners on the walls at the end of the hall, are very familiar to you. If you want to roll me a history or wisdom to see if you remember, or if you actually do remember where you saw them.
Yeah. Do that. History or wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
What wisdom skill?
Oh, right, wisdom is an A. So just history or
insight. Religion.
It wouldn't be religion. It would
stuff out.
History would be the best because it's kind of based on something you're trying to think. What would be your best like recollection of your own past of something you saw?
History,
History is the best I can
investigation.
think of.
I think it's
perception.
either straight intelligence or history.
Yeah, that's what
I was thinking. Or, yeah.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Snakes, you remember.
Definitely astrogation.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. So Alton, it's the symbol of the mountain with the hammer underneath. The same symbols that you saw in a dream, or well, what you thought was a dream when you were holding the crown fragment back forever ago, after retrieving the very first crown fragment.
That was a long time ago.
Yep, you had a video. Let me bring this up so I can to say it correctly, because you had a vision of being in. But it's. Yeah, you had a vision of waking up inside of a stone room with like red light shining all around you. And you saw the golden tapestries of a hammer buried in a mountain in front of you in a room littered with toys and other such things before being dragged out by a familiar and
excuse me,
by a familiar dwarf, actually.
By what's his face, right? By not Grimbar. There's a lot of G's in this world.
Grimlock, maybe?
Grimlock, thank you.
Yep, by Morden Grimlock. You make that association now that it was probably him after seeing the visage of him in person.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Everybody, I think this symbol is like the old symbol of Grimlock, like his kingdom. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's older than that.
Well, that makes sense. If this is the old city and old Groomy up top there made his own city.
Mm.
I think it means we're on the right track at least.
There aren't too many ways left to go. We want to pick a hallway or split the party?
No, we are not splitting down here. I'm saying that right now.
Claymore, applesauce, Evian. Was there anything in the rooms you were in?
Well, there was a minotaur and a very weird tentacly void thingy.
Are they still there?
The minotaur disappeared, but I don't know. I believe the void thingy disappeared by the time we accidentally did.
We buried it underneath the ground.
And nothing on the walls or anything, no?
No, just a whole bunch of wires.
Every tripwire someone invented thousands of years ago.
Well, glad you still both got your heads. Claymore, you got a new thing. What did you see?
The room that I was sent to was a throne room, to say at least. And a short one.
Is that a Minotaur head?
It is.
Of course it is.
It's a
Did you
throne
even
room.
break, did you
Can
even
make
break
a
a
nice
sweat fighting
trinket
that
out of
thing?
those.
Honestly, no. But it was wearing some interesting clothing.
Well, thankfully we all made it out of our separate trials in one piece.
So Thamor, did the Minotaur that you defeated, did it drop anything or did it just disappear?
Its body's still there, as you can see from the head I'm holding, but I haven't found anything else.
Okay, so it didn't have any weapons or anything?
No.
I mean, if it's a throne room, it's possible. I mean, all them nobles always have secret passages or something leading out of there. No, we could take any of these hallways.
Elton starts wandering down this hallway.
Right. Follow the man with the
I'm
loot
just-
then.
I'm just gonna peek this corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you get shot by a ballista?
That's what I'm hoping not to do. Just one eye. Just like one eye around the corner.
You can see up to 60, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, was it?
It's the circle that you gave me, so.
Oh, yeah.
Or that key gave me.
So you see a hallway stretching down, again, tapestries lining the side.
Someone with a better perception than I want to look down this hallway.
I've gotcha.
Or I got you, one of the two.
Okay.
Does do we both want to do it, or one of us give advantage to the other?
You know what? I'll give you advantage this time. Go for it. Go for it.
Which, yeah, my wisdom is higher than yours. Let's do that.
I mean, can you guys see farther than the 30 feet?
I'll give you the circlet.
I have 60 feet of vision, so.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you'd
then
better
you
do it
should
then.
see,
Oh.
I think, everything. So it's what, 30?
Because I don't have dark vision.
Gotcha.
You're just-
okay.
Yeah, and you're no longer glowing, so.
No,
Alright,
I'm assuming
well-
my light is worn off, so
The elf will do it, and I guess you're helping.
I am helping, yes.
Okay, was that with advantage then? Oh, not
That's
much of
okay.
an advantage. It's okay.
So looking down the hall, it looks like it leads into a dead end. You see tapestries lining one side of the hall, and at the very end, you see the carved relief of a dwarven face. It appears that you see something glinting inside the mouth of the thing at the end of the hall.
Oh, good.
Well,
I bet there's traps
something
down this hallway.
shiny inside of a dwarf mouth.
It just feels like there's traps behind like the tapestries or something.
I mean, it's
Oh.
possible.
Oh, you want to try the ball bearing trick again?
Yeah,
Again?
sure. And then she'll just grab her ball bearings off of her hip and start
Mhm.
flicking them towards the tapestries to see if anything shoots off.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a. Go ahead and roll me just a general attack roll to see how accurately you're hitting the ones that are further away from you.
So should I just do a 1d20?
Like an improvised weapon, 1d20, so like a range, like 1d20 plus your dex mod.
Plus my dex mod. Okay, so one hit. Okay. There you go.
You're able to fling one of this tapestry because it's not particularly difficult. You just kind of, flick it almost like you'd flick a marble at it. It hits the tapestry and a bit of dust kind of pops off it, but trying to hit the other one, it just clatters against the wall and rolls against the floor. So.
Or we could just see what's on the other side of the hallway before we go down this one. And so she'll just like sidestep around people.
Is Frey still a
Just-
spider, or is Frey?
Frey's still a spider, yeah.
Okay. And Alton, are you still a dwarf?
I
I know you can
guess,
change your token, but I don't know if you've kept the disguise up or not, just for curiosity's sake.
I guess so. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
So
You looking down
Evian
this
just-
hall?
Yep, Evian just went around the other hall and just is taking a peek on the other side.
Very similar to
Feeling
the
a
other.
little-
Very similar to the other hall. Again, you see a hallway lined with these tapestries along the left end, and again another dwarven face carved into the very end. Go ahead and roll me another perception.
Okay, sure.
I'll go ahead and give you advantage again, Evian.
Aw, thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Ooh, all right. All right. Nat 20 is nat 20. Yeah. So down this hall, the dwarf head doesn't seem to have anything shining like the other one does. The nat 20 though, you do notice that although very slight, every one of these tapestries is ever so slightly different.
Okay.
So the one immediately next to you is, as I described before, the coat of arms that Alton had seen before with the hammer buried in the mountain. The one next to it, however, when you look closer with the nat 20, you notice the hammer's in the wrong spot. The one further down. So this one has the hammer. Maybe if I text it or type it. Let's see.
Could write it on the map itself.
Yeah.
Or someone can paint a hammer.
Can you guys see that text?
Yeah, it's a little hard.
It's
but-
a little hard to
I
see
wonder
it.
why is it so hard to see it?
Yeah, it's mostly just coloration that it's dark on dark.
But I can't make it any brighter. Why is
Well,
it
it's not. It's also the font size because
There
the
you go.
font
Yeah,
has
that's-
There.
half.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, hammer's on the wrong side for this one. The one over here, the mountain is actually shorter than normal. Like, it looks like a mound more than a full mountain. This one is missing the hammer entirely. And this one actually looks identical.
Identical to
To the
the
original.
missing hammer. Oh, to the
To the
original.
original.
Okay, so being able to see the difference in these tapestries here, can we also discern whether the same is true for the other hallway?
You can go back and go ahead and just roll me a quick. Go ahead and roll me another perception with advantage on it. But just it's more difficult to see the ones at the end of the hall from here.
Okay.
The only reason she could see all these is the nat 20 is kind of hard to beat.
Okay. 24.
Okay. Yeah, so the one directly next to you again is identical to the one on this side.
That is the correct one
Well,
as far as
gave a
or
little
the
bit too much.
original one?
It's the one that Trans recognizes as what he saw in his vision.
Okay.
Or is that Alton? Why am I not doing characters? Holy crap. Brain.
I don't know.
No, it's been a long week, but jeez always. Okay, so this one is missing a hammer. This one has the shorter mountain. And this one, identical.
And this is only the dwarf's head in this hallway has something shiny in it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it look like these tapestries are hanging by the top and we would be able to like lift up the bottom and see if there's something behind them? Or are they completely attached to the wall?
No, they are hanging by they're not fully attached to the wall. They're attached to a banister at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you could theoretically move them aside.
I will say that Evian just basically lets everyone know what the difference is on the left-hand side of the tapestry, since she can see all of it, and then see if there's any difference on the other side.
I'll just tell her no, it's identical to what she described on the left.
Right, so we've got some janky tapestries and something shiny down at one end.
Even though two of them are different or swapped in different places.
Hmm.
Well, I've got that potion that I got from what's her name? Back at the Dwarven village.
Hilgrid?
Yeah. I got potion that earns me misty non-corporeal.
That could be useful.
That could at least get me down to the end of the hallway. I don't know if I'd be able to interact with anything, but I'd at least be able to have a closer look, see if there's any tripwires, pressure plates, or anything, since I couldn't trip it.
It's worth a try.
Or we can send the homunculus down and just trip over the trap.
The Marcus is gone. It's been an hour.
Yeah, it's gone. I deleted the token.
I mean, Moroni, what about Frey?
I was
No.
actually thinking with his wall walking, I could just have him like go along the wall and at least see if he can get close to this shiny thing at the end here.
Sure. And you have a similar ability, right? You can turn into something?
I could. I can't do that too terribly often, so it's something that should be conserved. But
Sure.
if it comes down to it, yes, I could do something similar.
Well, based on what we've dealt with down here, we know one or both of these hallways is trapped with all sorts of shit. So it's just a
Would
matter of how
any
we...
of the perception checks that we've made so far be able to allow us to see if there's anything, like if there's any traps or tripwires or anything that at least we can see just by looking down the hall?
Not with perception. It would require investigation as well as kind of actually getting a bit closer to a lot of them.
Right.
I would say the nat 20 is on the closer end of it, but it also gave a lot more info than intended. So
Sure.
All right, dumb question. I know this is not exactly how Find Traps the spell works. Since Find Traps, all it does is says, there's a trap somewhere in 120 feet. Go find it yourself.
Such a dumb spell. It's such a dumb
Such a bad spell.
Do you think we could use, if I would use the power of the void and hopefully kind of steer it to the direction to find traps, do you think I could use Find Traps to actually find where the traps are, as indicated by the name of the spell?
I don't know. You can certainly try. This is an area, I mean, you have the ability. I will give you that slight forewarning that your last one failed when the deity thing in here told you no.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
Or they could just answer you with yes. Are there traps in here? Yes.
There are now.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Okay, scratch that plan.
Yeah, thank you.
You are free to try, but I cannot just give you that answer, unfortunately, of yes or no that will work in the way you intend.
I still stand on Find Traps' stupid spells written.
It's a terrible spell.
It is.
In other scenarios, sure, I would probably say it would work the way you want to with the void, but I will say it is uncertain how it will work in this particular scenario.
It totally makes sense. BS we've had to deal with so far.
Okay. I'm gonna go across and lift up this tapestry.
Okay.
I'm being bold.
The tapestry is very old and frayed, but still has a lot of weight in it. Like, you definitely feel that this is a a very well crafted piece. But lifting it up, behind there you find, well, nothing, just a stone wall.
Okay. And I seem okay for the moment.
You seem okay for the moment, as well as Alton could be.
Well, there's nothing behind this one.
May Evan kind of like go down the left hallway and like feel her hands along the right hand side of the wall just to see if there's anything different along the stone walls, like like plates or something.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll me a investigation, I guess, as you're doing so. And I imagine you're doing it slowly, not...
Yeah, slowly.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation as you're going.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Just as she goes here.
Well, more so, you kind of like try and walk along, like your hand running against the wall, and it feels like stone. You don't really notice anything different other than, maybe your hand's playing, or your sensor kind of playing tricks on you as you're running your hand along it.
Mhm.
But you kind of, I don't know when your danger sense would kick in, but let's say you get about to the second tapestry here, and you're just kind of like feeling your hand, but nothing trips.
Okay.
You can keep going if you'd like.
I would like to keep going until I get to the one that looks identical to what she sees like up here.
Okay.
Like
So
going cautiously though.
yeah, going cautiously again. Roll still stands of you don't really feel anything, but nothing is triggered as you walk along.
That's a good sign.
Seeing that nothing's triggered, she's just gonna go right towards the tapestry and slowly move it to see if there's anything behind that one.
As you move the tapestry aside, you see a small door.
Oh, a door. Like is it like crouch small door or how?
As in, it looks like the size of a mouse, like a mouse door. Like a tiny door, I should say.
Ronnie, I need you, dear.
Oh, good. Hold on, I'm coming.
I might probably, maybe Frey. I don't know if I want to turn you into a mouse just yet.
What did you find, dear?
A door that's
Uh,
as small as a mouse.
Frey, would you mind going in and seeing what there is to see?
I'm just watching our backs. Zidane's looking the way that everyone came from. He's sitting there, just FYI.
Okay.
If Frey is willing, I would like to send him through that door.
Well, Frey tries to open it with spider hands, and
Oh well, okay. Let's open the door.
it does not budge.
Oh, it doesn't budge. Okay.
No, I mean, you try to like reach around this tiny door. There's no handle. There's no knob. It's just a flat door against this wall.
Okay, so I have a theory that whatever the shiny thing is at the end of that hall might have something to do with opening this door. Maybe. I have a feeling that shiny thing is important regardless, but
Maybe things come out of it.
it's also possible.
Oi, what is it?
It's a door that's fit for a mouse.
Very tiny door, and there doesn't seem to be any way to open it. Oh shoot! I meant to.
Do you have a pair of?
I meant to do this before we started, and I forgot. Would you allow me, Salty, to retroactively say that before we stepped out of the sanctuary, I ritual cast detect magic? I did legitimately mean to do this, but I forgot to.
Sure. I mean, I guess. I mean, as you're stepping out, or while you were in the sanctuary?
Like while we were still in the sanctuary before we started exploring. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So assuming that I have detect magic up right now, do I get a sense of anything from anywhere in this hallway right now?
I mean, the same thing I think when you looked before, the entire hallway feels magical. Like, there is magic emanating from almost this entire hallway. As you have quite distinctly seen this... I mean, it's not like it's an entity of magic, but there's definitely just traces of magic that seem to just cross through the walls, the floors, everywhere here.
It doesn't seem to be concentrated in any place in particular.
No.
Okay.
This, as you've come to see, this whatever this thing is has quite an extensive control of this area. So
Okay.
Right, well, since that's there, we'll just see what the other side has. And she'll just go down to
Oh,
be like,
did you try using your boot and kicking the door in?
no, I did not. I just wanted to see if there's identical things on the other side. But if you want, I'll go back to go kick the door.
No, I think that we should hold off on kicking anything until we get a better sense of what's going on here. Don't want to trigger any more death traps.
Fair game.
All right, I will be right back. And she'll just go to the other side and tell Zoltan what she saw. There was another door, probably fit for a mouse. Doesn't have a handle or anything, but I just want to see.
Oh, behind the tapestries, there are things, huh? Just this one,
Well,
there isn't.
The one that I found was an identical tapestry than the one on the left side of the wall. So, do you know if there's any identical ones over here?
Yeah, the one down at the end.
I would have
Alright.
told you that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, she's gonna go towards the one that's identical and see if
Careful.
there's
Careful.
slowly. Salty's like, nah, just let her die.
all right, you trigger 8 tripwires in a row. Just
Yeah,
blindly
well-
keep walking. I'm just-
I mean, for it to go really bad, you would have had to start with "fuck it" and then go.
That's the magic word.
Yeah.
That's the magic. That's become the theme of this party. Just fuck it.
Uh-huh.
She's a big girl, she can take it.
Phrasing?
What? Why? Why do you take that out of context? You know what I meant.
Thunder Hand strikes again.
No.
You find Thunder Hands waiting behind there. How he got there, he doesn't know. But hey, he's thankful you found him anyway.
Oh, laddie, I got your letter.
Got your letter. The king called me over right away. It was my
Please,
She
Please
stabs him many times and runs away shamefully.
please take the potato of my affection.
You just find a potato. Never mind, it's just a potato.
It's just a potato.
So, the tapestry.
The tapestry.
All right, one sec.
Andros is gonna slowly follow her behind, be like, someone's gotta come help.
You'll be fine, Evie, and the Sorcerer of 5 Strength is coming to save you.
Yay.
Okay, so Evian, as you pull aside the tapestry,
Uh-huh.
you are greeted with glowing words written on the wall,
Okay.
and they simply say, "What was lost?"
She looks at it oddly and at least it looks at it oddly but relieved at the same time that it was nothing dangerous, but it makes her tilt her head a little bit before noticing or hearing Andros coming behind her, and she's like, right, well, there are words here, and it basically says what was lost.
Basically or actually?
Actually.
Good. What about this one? And steps over and kind of pulls back the hammer on the wrong side.
Shh. Pulling aside that, you see a small little like as if a stone had been removed, and sitting in its place are 2 spheres. One with the letter H, one with the letter E.
Oh, I got balls in this one.
Excuse me. What?
What's that? You got your balls stuck in that?
She
This is
comes
certainly
over
all
to-
bollocks, yes.
Now's not the time.
Oh,
H and an
thank
E.
you. Yes.
She looks at the dwarven mouth with the shiny thing. Does it have like an initial on it since she's a little bit closer?
Go ahead and just roll me a quick investigation if you're like not moving up to it. If you can see it from where you're.
Okay.
Can I assist her in that?
Sure. I guess. I don't.
Sure.
Sure.
You're giving me a special
You're
pat.
looking over her shoulder and be like, no, that's not what you say. This is what you say.
I mean,
Look,
it's
I have more
better.
I have more
It's
experience with
difficult to
balls than
see.
you do.
But you see what looks like a fairly large, like larger than average, like key. And
Mhm.
it seems to have slots in the handle. Like it's got indents in the handle.
Of the key.
Of like the, I don't know the word for it. The hilt of the key, not where the teeth would be, but the other side.
Sure.
The flare. It's a large key, and that part of it seems to have slots in it.
All right, so we're
Interesting.
looking for a slotted like key. Maybe. Is that what
Like,
you're saying, Andros?
uh,
No, it's basically
Yeah.
wordplay.
Yeah. Well, it's a key, all right. And you said you found a locked door on the other side.
There was no handle.
Hey Thamor, you want to go pull that tapestry away from the wall, the one with the missing hammer right there?
something I can't draw for shit, but like a large end that's got like in kind of like in marks.
What would you give me for it?
Hairy balls.
What the fuck?
What?
Look at that fucking picture. It's like a gun firing to the left. That's kind of that's a little trigger. Nice. Thamor, I'm just scared to do it.
He must reach out with his halberd and move it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Reaching out, moving this tapestry.
Okay.
With the halberd.
Inside, you find another alcove of sorts. It looks like, again, a stone brick has been removed, and inside you find 2 balls.
Ooh, yes.
The letters
Oh,
M and
balls
V
now.
inside. Like 2 separate ones, one with the letter M, one with the letter V.
Right, well, I might as well go tell the others what we found over here, and maybe we'll have something similar to what's going on this side.
Well, sure. Tell them to start moving tapestries, I guess. Doesn't seem like they're trapped.
Excuse me, boys. And then she'll go to the others and go on the other side, and she just basically shouts down the hallway, Marani, start moving the tapestries.
Right. So, all right. So I'm just gonna stand like I'm gonna hug the wall. Yeah, just in case something shoots out at me. Just
Okay.
kind of like reach over and just kind of like pull the tapestry to the side. This one with the missing hammer.
Yep. Yep. You also find, again, another alcove with the letters P and O. Yeah, P and O.
P and O. God damn it.
I'll go ahead and see what's behind Mountain is Shorter next to me.
A trap. No. You see.
My head is sprayed against the opposite wall. Thanks, everybody. It was good playing with you.
Roll 4d6.
No.
You find the letters L. Oh my gosh. L and T.
Balls are rainbow.
Mm.
Oh, balls.
While that's going on, I mean, we'll pull the hammer on the wrong side, tapestry to the side.
Okay. Find I, and you find a G.
I'll finish us off by looking under the mountain shorter tapestry.
And your brain is splayed across the wall behind you. You find the letter. You find the letters O and R. Yeah, R. Okay, sorry. O and R.
O and R.
So behind each of those you've pulled back are two balls resting in an alcove where it looks like a stone was pulled out and these were placed with a letter upon each.
And since I'm still in this hallway, there was nothing shiny in this dwarf's head, but is there anything else noteworthy about this dwarf's head at all?
Roll me the investigation.
Okay.
What was the other letter next to this one?
Oh, sorry,
R.
it's O and R. I just realized it's hidden
O, R,
behind.
okay.
Hold
And then P-O.
So yeah, left side is
nope.
P-O-O-R-I-G. Right side is H-E-L-T-M-V.
I mean, yeah, it looks like a stone head. I mean, you can't really miss this. There is a slot with a keyhole in his mouth.
Oh, okay.
It's not exactly something unless you're straight up not looking. But that's about all you see. It looks like it's a carved dwarf head with a keyhole, a large, oversized keyhole for its mouth.
Okay. Gonna go out on a limb here and say that that's where this key goes. Hmm.
Right, Alton, you make anything of this? Any stories or?
These balls like fit. Well, did somebody pick up that key?
Not yet. I don't think anyone's gone over and grabbed
Did
it.
you not pick up the key? Okay, so let's take a look at the key. Do the balls fit in the end of the key?
It looks like they could. The key is, again, rather large. It looks like this, I mean, it would be the size of like probably the size of like a lute, I guess would be the best description, even in like kind of the girth of it. And that's
pretty big.
that end, yeah, it's big. And that end looks like the balls would fit into the recessed cutouts. And there are 4 cutouts.
4. Anybody ever heard of Wordle? I guess we have to figure out what was lost, and then that goes in here. But this is a keyhole here.
No, that's not a keyhole.
No,
that's
that's
just where
the
the
key.
key is.
Oh,
The
that's where the
keyhole is
keyhole
over here in this hallway.
Yeah, where mine
Okay.
is.
All right. Well, definitely need to make some kind of pattern here, but boy, that's a lot of balls. Out of context. A lot of options here.
You knew that this had to happen, Salty. As soon as you put balls in here, you knew that this was going to happen.
Oh yeah, it's part of the distraction.
What?
It's part of, it makes the puzzle harder when you're distracted by the wordplay.
Mm-hmm.
P-O-E-G or L-T-M-V.
And there's 4 slots in the key. Okay.
Well, you can spell homegirl.
That's yeah. That's helpful. That's definitely helpful.
Andros reaches out and takes the 2 spheres out of the tapestry, the alcove tapestry next to him. He can just lifts them out and kind of how large are they? Like palm size, smaller, marble size?
They're about palm sized.
Okay. So he kind of takes them both out and holds them out. Right. Well, it doesn't look like they're trapped still, so why don't we reconvene, get everyone together, and put our heads together on this one?
Yeah.
Certainly ain't going to be doing well yelling across the hole.
Did you pick up the key, Alton, or is it still sitting in its...
I think I'll leave the key for now and just make note of all of the letters as I'm walking back.
Okay, and Andros, you're taking your 2?
Yep, I took the 2. And as he's going back, he'll just keep collecting the next 3 sets basically on the right side.
Okay, so you're taking all of them with you.
Yeah, as he walks by, he'll
just
show back up. Yeah, he just walks back with an armful of balls.
Oh, actually, I will say that as I'm coming down this hallway, I'm also collecting the balls. God damn it.
Okay. So both you and Andros have an armload of stone carved balls as you come rattling around, I guess, the corners with these things.
Oh, hey, you found balls too?
Always do.
Mhm.
Let's put all the balls on the floor here. See if we can make a word.
Let's put our balls together.
Right, and Andros will kind of explain it. It's like, all right, this was the one from these are the 2 from the missing hammer, and maybe we should, I don't know, the tapestry's lined up with the ones on the other side, right? Let's match up the balls with the tapestries that we took them from.
Okay.
So the hammer ones are P, O, H, and E.
No. Because
No, I'm sorry. P, O, M, and B.
Yeah.
For the missing hammer.
Yep, that's what I got written in the. Unless I'm assuming that they were supposed to be wrong side. We're supposed to be a wrong side and missing hammer. We're supposed to be flip flopped on each side. Salty.
Nope.
Oh, that's actually how it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was confirming that it was supposed to be that way. Yep. Okay. Right. Well, alternatively, we can do it by side.
I'm terrible at these IRL.
Right? You had to give us things to think about. We can't just hit things. We're gonna be here forever.
We spent 3 sessions hitting things. I bet.
My Scrabble skills are fucking horrible.
Primitive, overlight, home port, overplot. She's just basically going through words. Andros. Oh, not Andros. Absent thoughts. Damn it. My bad. Improve.
You know, it probably would help if I actually unmuted myself.
Probably help.
Oh yeah, probably.
Could I roll investigation to see if certain stones should go with each other? You know, if they're worn in a certain direction. That, you know, maybe there's like a 6-letter word, because you can tell because the 6 stones are worn to the same degree. That's my thought process. So at least we could know, hey.
I mean, go ahead and make the roll.
What was behind the looks identical one on the right side?
That's
That was where the wording is. So there's the wording underneath that says what was lost.
Well, obviously hope.
Absent thus, your investigation doesn't really turn up a whole lot. The stones look almost identical, save the carvings.
Had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Home.
Home.
H-O-M-E.
Home girl?
No, just home, because you can only put 4 in the key, and if the question is what was lost, I mean, assuming this whole thing was set up to be an homage to the cataclysm that affected the city, they
What
certainly
about
lost their
love?
home. Could be LOVE, sure.
Home, love, hell,
Port. You can also get port out of it.
port.
But then that gives us.
Wondering if it needs to have 2 letters from one side and 2 letters from the other.
Air,
Right, what was lost? What was lost?
Oh, air, yeah.
like HEIR.
Mm,
That technically
that,
would. That actually seems like the most likely.
that might work. See, now here's the problem, though. If we put it in and it's wrong,
Yeah, the strat for putting a key in a keyhole and turning it. I don't know. You know, first of all, it's like, do we all want to be there right by the keyhole so that we don't get separated if something bad happens, or do we want to try and turn the key with as little people near it as possible?
Are you saying
I
like
don't
these
know.
stones kind of connect each other if you put them together with these letters? Is that what? I'm just want to clarify.
You asking me or you asking
Asking you, Salty. So
they? So from the information gleaned, Alton is on the right idea of they look like they fit in the key. There's 4 circular indents in the key where these stones look like they could fit.
So if you were to if we were putting random this random stones into certain 4-letter words, do they like have an actual connection? Like do they light up, or do they actually have slots where they actually
We
stick
don't
together?
know.
You don't know. You haven't tried putting them in the key yet.
So you would have to put it in the key, so not
well,
by
wait. But the shape of the key, does the shape of the key like put the balls in a line so that it would form a word, or is it like a square or something?
You haven't tried. They are currently in like a what's it called? Like a pyramid. Diamond's the word. Like a diamond shape.
Oh, so the sockets aren't even like in line.
No, they're not in line, but you don't know what'll happen when you put it in there. So,
well, okay, but like if they're
Order.
not in line, then it doesn't really spell a word. Uh-oh, Andros is gonna say fuck it. He's just gonna pull the key out.
How is
There's
the
no
key,
F.
How is the key attached to this face? Is it by a chain? Is it just hanging on a hook?
it is literally just hanging in its mouth.
Like from basically like hanging as if it was on a hook, essentially.
As if it's almost like the dwarven head is holding it like a bone.
Ah, okay.
Like I said, it was a glinting because it was a fairly kind of low roll initially, looking down a dark corridor that he caught sight of it. But yeah, it looks like the mouth is open and it's draped across the bottom jaw like a dog would be holding a bone kind of look.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if the sockets aren't arrayed to make a word, then it's a little bit more abstract. I don't really know what to do.
As long as they connect to make a word one way.
How does a diamond connect to make a word? I mean, maybe it does. Maybe you're right. I'm not getting how we like say it was home, right? I'm not saying that's what it is, but like how would you put the letters in to make it home, HOME, if they're in a triangle with a space in the middle or something?
I think that there's a saying among humans and other races, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
In other words, fuck it.
In the common tongue, fuck it.
I'm familiar with this term.
Andros, what are you doing over by the key? Are you just inspecting it or are you doing anything with it?
He's contemplating. You see him. He's just got one hand on his chin. The other hand is just starts to spin in midair, and his mage hand kind of appears next to him, and it's just kind of floating as a watery hand. And he's like, right. Hi, Alton. How much do you think I'm going to get killed by this thing if I lift it off?
I mean, I have no idea.
Well, given this place was owned by Grimlock, and he did lose his daughter, maybe it does reflect something to do with the current events. I mean,
I just, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. Well, being that Ulred has been pretty much lost, and she air quotes, and he's trying to find ways to bring her back or keep her memory intact or what for. But then again, he's also hiding it at the same time.
Right. I want to have like a guess for how we should put stuff in the key before we pick it up, because the chamber that was in the middle of these two hallways was sealed enough to fill with water. And so I'm imagining that between these two doors, here and here, it's also pretty well sealed. So like if there's a timer on any one of these things that starts because we pick it up, then we should have a guess.
Does the door look like Thamor and Zidane could potentially stop it if they suddenly decided to shut?
Again, you could certainly try. They are large, heavy doors. You don't know the force at which they could close, since they seem to have opened and closed magically.
Ah, yes, the door guillotine. Crap.
As they are right now, they seem to swing freely. Testament to the craftsmanship of the dwarves. So,
the only other thing that I'll ask Salty is these statues. Can I investigate these statues? Because it's like the only thing left that we haven't really.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Oh, it's not going to be good. Okay. Oh, not too bad.
It's a very detailed carving of a dwarf in full armor. Armor very similar to kind of what you've seen, like littering the halls you've come to this point, but purely stone. Like you can tell this is a carving and not like something turned to stone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Like it's very detailed as far as craftsmanship, but not so detailed as to be confused with a living being. But apart from that, you don't notice any other mechanism or thing to this statue.
Okay, so no buttons or
no buttons, no like things that look like they're going to open or turn or do anything kind of that nature. It just looks like it was carved from a solid block of stone.
Well, this statue doesn't really. There's nothing with the statues. So,
what about opposite each on the hall in the hallways themselves, opposite of the tapestries? Is there anything across, basically on the other side of the hallway, opposite of the tapestries?
No. I mean, you can roll me investigation. The image is not exactly helpful because I wanted a smooth wall, but it's not. It's at least from visual, it looks all like a smooth stone wall.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run a mage hand along it and see if you can feel anything there.
Does the mage hand transfer feeling?
No. He just does it.
Okay.
He gets the wall wet. Yeah.
Yep.
We got balls and a wet wall.
Balls to the wet wall. Oh, Lordy.
Right. Did a bit of thinking. Based on these letters, I think there's about 3 words that it could be. Thamor hit on one with hope.
Oh, I got another one. Evil.
I don't think that evil was lost.
We've got air.
I'm just making him.
And there's also girl.
Live.
He did lose his daughter.
Girl.
He did?
Could be girl.
Oh, I know he had Little Red, All Red. Did
What?
Grimlock lose a daughter before her?
But if the daughter is your hope, why not use hope as the more encompassing?
Well, regardless, the key isn't arrayed into any sort of like word. It's a diamond shape of slots, so it could be a word.
Hero.
It could just be an. I lost the.
Treg. You could make Treg.
We lost
What was
track.
What was lost? Treg, Andros burst into flames. Oh no.
He's disconnected from the Discord.
Tool.
Tomb.
Root.
Law.
Or. Yep. Okay, so there's a lot of words we could make. There's got to be some. Okay. There's got to be something more.
Right,
This
Thamor,
is-
come with me. I need your boot.
Sorry, my boot.
Yes, your boot. If he goes back. Evian, you said it was this one with the mouse trap door, yes?
Oh no.
I mean, yes, but do you think that's a good idea?
Thamor,
After-
kick it in.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Oh.
Perhaps just try
Same.
knocking?
Thamor kicks in.
Roll an attack roll with your strength modifier to a d20, I guess.
Oh my god.
I believe in Noko. I believe in Thamor.
It's just a battering ram. Slash R.
Andros would break his toe. So,
That's slash R, right?
yeah, slash R, 1d20 plus whatever your strength mod is.
And is there space between the plus and the
No.
okay. I really need to move. Just 1 second.
Oh,
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Thamor, you try your perception with your eyes being a swap location as well as trying to hit this tiny little door with your big boot. You just end up kicking the stone wall incredibly hard. It doesn't cause you damage, but it definitely, you just feel the vibration kind of traveling up your leg.
And Andros just looks at you with complete and utter incredulity. Are you
What?
alright?
I'm perfectly fine.
Why? The door is right there.
Okay, you hit it then.
Fine.
Oh no.
You hit it
It's the
before
door.
I used you to hit it.
Roll me the attack roll with strike.
Oh no.
Let's just take turns kicking this thing. All right.
Andros, you're
What's
so
going on over there, Evian?
boisterous trying to get Thamor out of the way and give this thing a swift kick. It's a lot smaller than you realize, and this is not a physical activity you routinely perform, and you also strike the door frame. And
Fucking God.
it doesn't do actual damage to your character, but you do stub a toe.
The door has sanctuary on it.
Right. Fucking
Wisdom
doors.
saving throws just to hit the door.
They don't need it.
This is going to be our chair.
She's pretty much ignoring them, kind of like deep in thought, and she's like, well, Grimlock did like to tell stories, and he mostly focused on heroes. And in the hero, in the last story, obviously the heroes failed. I mean, it's another
like
word,
that.
obviously, but
Yeah, that's what I said originally. I like hero.
They'll have the opinion that we should just try words, despite the.
all right,
Room that
let's
we were
try. And she'll just basically grab whatever 4 words that she mustered, and then just basically makes her way over to the keyhole.
Meanwhile, Andros is bent
Andros
over.
grabbed the key though, right?
No, I did not.
Is
I
the
left
key-
it.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Key
okay.
is still hanging.
Andros, in his shame and trying to cover up his wincing, is just standing in front of the dwarven guy with both hands up on the wall and just looking
So-
it over.
You're getting a blowjob from it? Because you're basically standing with a dwarven head, and you've got 2 hands crossed against it. Like,
I did have an armful of holes. I might as well go to the dwarven glory hole.
Not the time. The balls must have got him.
I was more envisioning like the urinal pose.
Yeah, but you got a dwarven face and you're doing it over.
Yeah.
Oh, he's peeing in the hole.
Fucking God. Oh my God.
This is not. We're not getting out of this alive. No way.
Oh man.
Oh,
Sorry, but that image was just too. It was too specific where you were doing it. All right. Anyway,
That's what it
Evian,
was.
hurry up. We need to get that key over here.
I am praying for death at this point.
Get the key over here quick.
Just grab the damn key. I don't even care anymore.
She puts these stones into the key slot to see if it can form into
Okay,
with
so
hero.
what letter are you putting in?
Hero.
Okay. As you put in the H into the slot, you notice that the shaft of the key lights up with the letter H.
Okay.
As you put the other ones following, the next letters follow in sequence.
Oh.
Oh.
So as you put them in, with the 4 in slotted, they light up and you see the word hero lit on the key.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, and then she'll try to pull the key to see if it'll come out of the dwarf mouth.
It does, but it is very heavy.
She's just like, her shoulders and her body just kind of buckle forward. She's like, okay, I was not expecting this. And then she'll like try to lift it up and slowly make her way back.
Yeah, it's not like carrying that much, but it's about a it's about a 20-pound key. This thing is heavy for some reason.
Wow.
Okay,
It's like made of gold.
She's okay, so not where she's double forward, but enough to where she's like trying to clutch it towards her chest and making it.
Yeah, it's definitely weighty. Is basically the like.
She basically comes back down. She's like, "Okay, here you go, Alton," and then she places it into his hand.
Oh. So it worked. It made a word. Okay. Well, let's take this thing over and try to get Alton's thing out of the hole.
You did that on purpose.
God bless.
What do you mean
Your
Andrew?
thing
How
out
did
of the hole.
Alton get his in there?
I misspoke. Sorry.
Oh, right.
Oh, no, you didn't. Don't lie.
Freudian slip. Yeah.
We were talking about filling holes.
Stand aside, Thamor.
As they're kind of going off, she just basically looks over to Absinthosh and she just basically gives him a look, saying, "Are you all right?" And she's like whispering this to him.
How long is this thing, Salty? Like 12 inches?
It's in kind of a weird turn somewhere. I wonder why. You have the key now, Alton? Did you take
started
it?
up. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm better, Evian.
Yeah, I would say about 2 feet long. So.
Woo, never seen one this big.
It's girthy.
Waiting for it. Yep. There it was.
Good thing I didn't put the letters D-I-C in there. Anyway.
All right, so what's the plan here, Andros? Somebody turns the key and everybody hangs back, or what?
I honestly, I don't know. What did you spell on it?
Hero, and he shows them the glowing word.
Sure.
Maybe
Well-
switch the E and the R. Oh, I'm not near where y'all are.
Well, you seem to be taking the lead, so I don't know. Thamor, do you feel like standing here and getting blown up?
Well, here I got.
walks away.
Wait, no, I definitely have one idea. So, if this doesn't work, I think I'd like to have all of the. I'm going to say it. I'd like to have all the balls near me, so I can change the word quickly in case something bad happens. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Andros,
I said I'd want all the balls.
Andros is going to back up, 25 feet?
They're all fucking leaving me. Oh, no.
He's going to stand 25 feet back and
gonna go bowling.
Put his mage hand on the back of Alton's shirt and be like, "Look, I ain't got a lot of strength, but maybe I can at least pull you out of whatever this thing explodes into." Basically, he's just going to be ready to pull Alton back with whatever mage hand strength he's got if something explodes.
Okay.
I would like to make a request. Can Zidane, can you come give me your +2 on saving throws?
Oh, God.
Are you okay? Are you okay with that?
If you yell down the hallway, he hasn't really...
Bring me all the balls, please.
What the...
I need all the balls down here.
Our bard wants all the balls. Let's deliver.
All right. Who has the rest of the...
Evan picked them up. I go.
stones? And...
Thank you, my dear.
Oh,
Ball delivery service.
we got
Okay,
all the
just put
balls.
them over here.
Should have just said like slabs or like cutouts, but
You knew that this had to happen.
well, kind of. I didn't think it would just be going on. I didn't realize it was going to be
Salty
the
made a choice.
choice. It was the wrong choice.
Clearly.
Or
They could have
maybe it
been
was the right one.
cubes.
D6s whittled them into a ball. No,
They could have been dodecahedrons, but no, you said balls, and now here we
Dodeca
are.
thingies.
So, Zidane, your aura is 10 feet, right?
Yes, I just made it smaller because I wanted to appreciate the scenery.
Okay. So, everybody that doesn't want to be here, now's your chance.
Well, it looks like you got help. Good luck, Alton.
Yeah, see ya.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm gonna stick the key in the hole and turn it.
Okay.
Oh.
As you turn it, you hear a click, and the balls fall out.
Right. All right. That one didn't
And
work.
you see a mark appear on your hand
Oh.
with the number 1.
There's a.
That's not
okay.
good.
We have
That's
a
not
finite
good.
number of chances here. Okay, well.
I think that's bad. Yeah. So
Zidane checks his hand because he's in proximity.
So hero, I'll mark it off.
I think air
Okay.
is
Hi
a
ho.
good option.
Hi ho!
I hope.
And I have one
Ho,
strike.
not ho.
Do we want to spread this out amongst the whole party before anybody gets 2 marks?
Evan will just, she'll just take over and just put in her next word, which was her original one, which was air, which was H-E.
Well, let's I don't want to vote on it necessarily, but like let's make sure everybody's like agrees that the next word we pick is what we want.
Air
So
seems
what's-
like a
what's-
good choice to me.
What's the next one? H-E-I-R?
Yeah, like air.
Copy. Okay. And Alton will step back and kind of hand the key off. I don't want another mark. What does the mark look like?
It is a very like runic looking number 1, like a very dwarvish-esque letter or number.
Okay. Okay.
Evan would just take this step up since she was the one who spelled hero the first time. She'll do the other one and put in air on the keyhole.
Okay. You putting in and turning it.
Mm-hmm.
With a click, the balls fall out, and the number 1 appears on your hand.
Oh, another one.
Okay, who's next?
I will go next. I'm gonna spell hope out of it. There's only so many 4-letter words we can do, right?
There's a lot.
There's 202 words. I mean,
With a click, it falls out, and you also have the number 1 on your hand.
That was hope.
Mm-hmm.
That was hope.
There's
Okay, we're
home.
3. There is home.
I suppose I can try putting in home. Did you say that the letters lit up, or the letters lit up, and but the balls fall out because they're the wrong ones? Salty.
That's what you can assume, I suppose. They light up when you put them into the key, but when they've been turning the key, you're hearing a click, and they've been falling out, and then they stop lit. They stop being lit, and the key stops being lit.
Okay, so they light up when slotted in.
Yep.
but not to. Okay.
Oh, great!
Let's
So it's a game of hit and miss. Yay!
let's put it in home.
Okay, you putting it on home and turning it.
Yes.
You turn it, and you hear a latch activating.
Hey,
Mm.
And you
Where's my
hear
guess?
to the side, or not hear, but you can actually see the door starts to expand slowly
Oh.
and get a little bit larger,
All right, everybody get ready.
and the balls fall out.
Oh. Did Zidane get a mark?
Nope, the mark is
Okay.
gone. Or the sorry, he has no mark, but you guys, the mark is not gone from the hands of those that have tried.
I would like to cast Divine Sense as this door opens.
It doesn't open.
Oh, it
It
doesn't
got
open.
bigger.
No, it just got bigger. So now instead of the size of like a small, like, rat's door, like a mouse hole kind of deal, it's now the size like maybe a cat could pass through if it were open.
A cat.
Can I make a check to see how many words it might take if we get successive ones right for it to be a dwarven size door?
Oh, for... God,
Because
all
it's
the
a
questions are
progressive
like, how
thing.
can I figure out the puzzle without doing the puzzle?
No, he's doing the puzzle just in a different way than the designer intended.
It's a
You ever
logical
seen
thing
that-
to ask.
You ever
It's
seen
like
that one
if it's
clip?
proportionally
have
growing
exact-
larger.
You have one. Well, you assume it's proportional. You've only seen it grow once. So if you're going
I
to
am
base it off
making the
of one
assumption.
growth, you're growing. You're
Yes,
basing it off
I
of
am
one
making the
growth.
assumption. I could be wrong, and all I'm saying is if it were to proportionally
Potentially-
grow the same amount.
Potentially 2 or 3 more times if it's growing the same size to be the size of a regular person-sized door
Thank you.
of a normal human.
Understood.
Does so as the door is embiggened, I would like to use Divine Sense just out of habit. It's basically my defense mechanism at this point.
There's nothing really to sense around you. There's nothing really present other than that kind of same tingling you've gotten from like the kind of void-esque nature you've been dealing with this entire time, but it doesn't really have any pinpoint sources.
Neither fiend, neither
Nope.
divine, celestial. That is.
Boy, did they work?
Oh my god, port.
Well, it did something. The door is slightly bigger now.
Bigger. I'll show you. But the door didn't open then.
It didn't open, but
It
it's
opened on the word home.
Give me a second. I'll be right back. Andros is going to go check the tapestry back here, see if the words are still the same.
Took
So the what was lost tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
no, I know. No.
Someone with M. Never mind.
I need you to roll me a reflex saving throw.
oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no.
makes sense. Sure. All right. 7.
Ouch.
Okay.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You take 10 points of fire damage as when you
Oh.
pass
So I take
the
5.
banner here. As you pass point, you hear a click and fire jets out, incinerating the tapestry and lighting you as you go by.
Ah, fuck! God! He's like shaking it off, and like there's a sheen of water just like on him that kind of protects him as it hits him, but he still gets singed. Ah, fuck!
And as you brush the tapestry aside, you see new words have appeared underneath before.
Oh,
Okay.
New words.
You see, what do we seek?
Do we seek?
dangerous. Well, Zidane's gonna go and investigate what the yelling was. And he goes around the corner to look.
Roll me a
And-
reflex saving throw.
God
Oh,
damn it.
Lord. Where exactly is that happening? Well,
At this banner here.
okay.
And then for my side, was it the same one, the lower one, or the upper one?
Nope, it was the upper one.
Okay.
What? Reflex save?
Yep, reflex saving throw. Or sorry, dex saving throw. My
Wait,
brain,
what's-
I'm always going to call it reflex. 3-5 is...
We know.
Please speak for. Oh, God. Okay, this is where
Jesus.
the luck went to last session.
points of fire damage. As you walk by that tapestry, a gouda, again, you hear that click as a gouda flame incinerates the banner.
Okay, stop walking down the hallway.
Fuck. God. But now the tapestry is gone. It's
Yes.
burned up. Andros waves a mage hand kind of in front of it to see if
I
it
think
goes
that
off
I
again.
found out why Andros just cried out.
Are you okay, Sedan?
This is not that bad.
There's fucking traps now.
Oh, great.
Anyway, the words changed.
What does it say now?
What do we seek?
Well, that could be a lot of things, really.
Well, who's we, first of all?
I would
And we're in
assume...
We're in the domain of a void girl thing.
But how much of this was the dwarven shite? They were always particular, ornery, suspicious.
Home or error could also conceivably work for this question, but
Ironically, you can make help.
So, is there anything behind this tapestry, or
I mean, not any of the tapestries burned up. That alcove where the balls were is there, and further behind, kind of looking closer, you see where a panel had opened and that jet stream had been fired through.
okay? So the words or the letters H, E, and IG are gone.
Oh no, the letters are still there. All the balls are still sitting at Alton's feet.
Well, I meant like the letters of. Wait a second.
well, I mean, just because the tapestry burned up doesn't mean that the letters aren't still usable, at least as far as we can tell right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if the other words that we tried where we got strikes, if those ones are, if those don't work for this as well, because like, what do we want? An error could work, or hope?
I suppose air might work because Red was going to be the envoy. That's what Grimlock, or the
I would
Grimlock
I would
said.
guess help, error, or hope.
Both the dwarves and the void want an heir to their unique problems.
I can't really spell emissary.
I'll give it.
You can spell plot. Can I just plug plot in 6 times? Get through. Sorry. The plot immediately crushes your face. You're dead.
The plot casts flames.
Oh, girl. Oh, you can make girl.
Yeah, we can make girl.
Cool.
Yeah, I said that earlier on, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Oh, you're fine.
I guess I'll give air a try.
Heir. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like Zidane, right? You're like, oh, we figured out, like, don't walk by the tapestries anymore. So,
yeah, Andros, just stay put.
Yeah, Andrew, can you relay to Andros to keep looking behind that thing in case we get it?
Andros.
Yeah, I ain't moving.
Yeah, that.
And I guess I'll plug air into the key and put it in the keyhole, see what happens.
Click. The balls fall out, and the
Okay.
number 1 appears on your hand.
Air is a no-go.
Okay.
Try girl, that sounded like a good one.
Hope again.
I might be tempted to go for hope instead, but I'm 1 vote.
I'm willing to risk it for hope again.
We tried hope before.
All of
That's
us
right.
standing around the keyhole now, we all have 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey Zidane. Can Andros hear us if we yell from where we are, Salty?
Let's
Yes.
try it. Andros! Marco!
It
Fuck
echoes off the
yes.
chamber, but he can hear you.
Okay.
Hey Zidane, do you think you could, like, come over here and not get flamed? I don't want to, like, tell you to get hurt going by these tapestries, but also I don't want another mark. I'm scared.
Evan just goes forward and puts in hope.
You put
Or
in-
not hope. No, sorry, not hope. Sorry, air. Air. That's what I'm
No,
looking
air
for.
is what I
No,
just
we
did. We
we
did
just
air.
tried air.
So it's hope. Okay, sorry.
Hope or girl.
I'm putting in hope.
Okay.
Okay. You put in the letters HOP, lights up, the turn. You hear a latch.
All right.
Go.
The balls fall. You see the door grow larger. You hear kind of gears turning in the background.
Hey, we got another one, Andros.
How big's the door now?
Andros. Well,
Andros is purposely standing like in between tapestries.
Andros, after that latch is clicked, it's gotten very quiet around you.
Oh no.
Also,
Oh dear.
for those around the keyhole,
Mm-hmm.
Marani, you notice Faye is starting to flicker and fades.
Oh. Like, completely away? Or
He's struggling to stay in. And Zidane, you notice your aura dimming.
Oh, God.
As in the aura of protection?
Yes.
Oh no.
And I'm assuming, Andros, you're reading the wall?
Yeah, he's gonna stay where he's at between them and just lift the tapestry with his mage hand. Right. Oi, can you still hear me?
Can we?
Nobody, no.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, we can't.
No?
We can't hear.
You cannot
Hello?
hear him.
Andros, hello.
Fuck.
You guys can hear each other in there, but Andros, you cannot hear. In fact, when you try to speak, you can't hear yourself speak.
Absinthe, can you telepathically communicate with him without being able to see him?
Can we hear each other over by the keel?
Yes, you two can hear.
Oh, okay.
Everyone on that side, you can hear each other talk to each other as normal. The only person who seems to have difficulty in that regard is where the hell the Thamor?
Thamor went back to the throne room, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, did you go back to the throne room, Thamor?
Yeah, I fucking walked on over there because you guys. I'm not gonna stand around like something.
I was trying to.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
He said it in the text chat.
I was having fun listening to you guys walking the trap.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that line. My bad. It was like blocked by a different wall of text. Holy crap, Thamor! I'm sorry.
You're all fine.
Yeah, if you want to roll me an investigation while you're in there, you can. I didn't realize you walked over there.
It's like where's all this going on? It's like I'm not being a part of this.
Yeah, Thamor, go ahead and just roll me like a perception or investigation while you're in there looking around, if you want.
Oh my god. Anybody seen Thamor?
Plot point. Thamor just wandered away.
Oh no!
My bad,
Oh,
nat
no.
20. You have a fantasy for being the only smart one and not messing with the keys and checking the room you haven't checked yet?
taking his time.
Yeah, I'm taking my time. I'm not doing this quickly. I'm lifting up carpets and
You were just scouring this room.
we're making
There's all this shouting and
servants.
screaming and flames bursting out. He's just back there.
I mean, as much as I want to give you, I mean, as much as it'd be funny to do it, there's not really a reason to give them that 20 for an investigation.
You find another homunculus necklace.
No,
roll
what you do
perception
find,
anyway.
what you do find, however, and it's not exactly well like hidden as you're kind of looking around the room. At the throne there, where the chair has been, knocked over and destroyed at the mouth of this, you see sitting in the back, laying against the face, a very ornate, well-designed axe, like dwarven axe.
No.
It's not golden, it's not like covered in jewels or anything, but this thing looks like it was carved, like it has seen many a battle, and still holding this. Almost a very apparently magical sheen to it.
Well, I don't have to check the magic, so I'm gonna touch it.
Okay, you touch the axe.
It explode. Perfect. It's now mine.
All right, we found out Thamor's logic. Yeah, I mean, with that roll, that's you kind of look about the room. Various states of disrepair of this throne room. Looks like a battle may have taken place here at some point, perhaps. And tapestries line the walls, all depicting various states of different places and environments of this dwarven kingdom, perhaps, but you don't really pay it much mind.
I'm gonna grab the axe and start wandering my way back towards the others.
Alrighty, back in the other room then. What's going on?
No.
Okay, well, not hearing Andro, Savanger's gonna be, since she's one of the quickest ones, she's gonna make her way going towards the other hall. She's gonna do
What
it.
did we break? Okay, what did we break is gonna be.
We don't know.
You don't
what
know
that
that.
says, though.
I really should have messaged
we
that
don't.
to him, to be honest.
No, that's
But I
fine.
did it.
It's
Can Andros, is it blocking basically verbal parts of spells? Is it basically silence where he can't make a spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
We broke.
Hey,
the
at least the
plot.
sorcerer is uniquely
Oh.
qualified.
PLOT.
So anyway, Evian, where are you going?
She is going to book it past these tapestries to see what's going on with Andros because she's not hearing a response.
Roll me a reflex saving throw, or dexterity saving throw, as you run past the first
Whee!
one.
Okay.
Why would you not try to?
Okay. As you run by, you hear a latch, or not, like a sound as a mechanism trips, and just darts start flying, ripping this tapestry to shreds, flying by you as you run by, just barely avoiding them as they strike into the wall.
All right, she's gonna keep on going.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Not
we
trying
do
to
another
crawl
one?
under. It or
Yeah, that's what
something.
I was gonna say. Get down on your hands and knees and crawl.
She's gonna do acrobatics. Whee!
Or like
She's
trying to
just
trip
doing
them
Dark
before you
Souls
go
dodging.
by.
She's just doing Dark Souls rolls.
Nothing seems to trip as you go by.
Oh, good.
More as you go to that area, you suddenly notice that you stop making noise once you pass roughly this point.
He's gonna tap his halberd on the ground. Does that make a noise?
Nope. Evian, you notice Thamor is tapping his halberd against the ground, has a big axe now with the Minotaur head, and as you pass this point, you notice that your footsteps and everything else stops making noise to you.
She'll keep that in mind, but she's more worried on what's going on with Andros.
I would like to have gone telepathic speech as she was running away.
Okay, well,
Timur was already walking towards that way. The blue man was supposed to follow him.
Oh no!
I'll stop before she'll move on to see if the telepathic speech is able to reach her before she goes further into the silent hallway. Does it work? Salty.
Hold on, telepathic. Is that racial? How's that? Wait, how's that?
It's from the sorcerer subclass.
Aberrant mind.
Get a lot of mileage out of this one.
Hold on.
My mind link does have a longer range, I think.
Yeah, but this was a quick thing as she was running away.
Right.
Well, this one, it starts at 30 feet, but you can keep the link up to charisma mod of miles.
Oh.
Yeah, and the last number of minutes equal to sorcerer level, so it would just last 1 minute when she gets out 30 feet.
Yeah, you are unable to do so. Your magic, even just the effect of it, doesn't seem to have any effect at the moment.
Not even if I was trying to do telepathic speech, if she was within 30 feet.
Oh, that's naughty. I like it.
She's
This
just
is
gonna
a
keep
problem.
going. She's gonna keep going. Sees Andros on the other side.
You see him, like, he sees you, and he just looks over and starts, like, waving his arms like, no, no. And, like, points to his throat and just motioning that he just don't come down here.
She's doing it anyways.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, I guess, as you are running past Thamor. And it will be a disadvantage on this one, actually.
Oh
Because you have no tell on this.
no. Okay. We.
Okay. Same kind of thing as before, same exact roll. You barely brush by just by pure instinct as darts fly out from the recess in this wall.
She doesn't care and she keeps going.
Okay.
We're doing this. It's a pocket moment, so.
About 3 of them.
Really?
Okay.
You see, as you do this and dive past, Andros just slams a palm into his forehead. And, like, as she gets back up and spots him, he literally puts 2 middle fingers to his forehead and does the "what are you thinking" motion with his fingers.
She basically motions both of her hands towards him.
He just points to the wall.
And she basically circles her hand like as if saying, "What is it?"
He, like, throws his head back, throws his arms up, walks over, lifts up the tapestry, points to the words that are there.
Is she able to see it from this range where she is?
Yes, you can see
Okay.
it.
Okay. Keeping that in mind, she looks at it, puts a thumbs up, and then she turns back.
Good lord.
Go ahead and roll me another dexterity saving throw as you pass that banner.
Okay, is it normal? Or is it with a disadvantage still?
I would say normal. Disadvantage because you can't hear it, but advantage because you kind of are on your toes from it potentially.
Okay. Goodbye!
Doesn't matter. All right.
Holy.
You brush by again as more darts fly out and slam soundlessly into the wall. Thamor just kind of watching.
Alright, As she comes around the corner, is she able to hear her
Yes,
footsteps again?
you're able to. Once you pass this point, you can hear your footsteps. But as you pass this point, again, you kind of feel the power from like your bow and your other such kind of wane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But she's able to communicate. So she'll basically just put her hands around her mouth. And she's like, "It fucking spells. What did we break?" Oh, and Andros is stuck on the other side.
Andros is just like slumped against the wall with his hand against his forehead and just shaking it.
Do you not hear me speaking to you?
No? Did you say something?
Yeah, Absent Thoughts kind of looks at the wall. Well, that's not good. And whistles under his breath. That's not.
Anyways, the next phrase is, "What did we break?" Go. Put your minds together.
Go put mine together. Does it spell out book? No, that's not right.
Tome. You could use tome.
Ooh.
It could
I
be.
kind of like time.
That
We don't have an eye, though.
Yeah, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
GI. Yeah.
There's also right. RITE.
RITE. Yeah.
Live, love, up. Do you want a list?
Live, laugh, love.
Oh my gosh!
We could try evil. I mean, that's what.
If I do enough psychic damage to the DM, I can get an answer from him.
You do have psychic damage, and just all of a sudden the Jurassic's going to appear.
oh dear.
Sorry, strain damage.
Hey, wrong system.
So if I mean I think tome's pretty good because the book we've been finding these books.
Technically, well, the last book was technically broken. Yes. Oh, crap! No. 5 letters.
But I like want to say time because it sounds cool. It sounds like it fits, but I don't honestly know that like we've encountered any like time stuff. Like time's broken. I don't know.
But the girl is ageless, as is Groombar's ageless.
The
last
last
kind of stuck.
But that's like normal for him. I feel like.
Is it? Is it though?
Yeah, because he's an elemental. I don't think there's like a elementals die of old age. I don't know. Do I know this? Damn, no, I'm just joking.
The last book that we were just in, Grimlock was stuck in time because he didn't want to lose his daughter.
Well, he was stuck in the book. I don't. But like it wasn't really. I don't know. The other one I can think of is right. Like if the what got broken, the right that they were trying to perform, maybe, because that makes sense to me. Like it got messed up, and that's why everything's like it is.
I can see that as well.
All right. Well, the last thing that we should probably consider before we do another thing is, if the hallway is becoming tougher and tougher to communicate down, I feel bad sending Evian to her doom to go write on a pad of paper when Andros sees the thing. So can we make a little bit better strategy for that, maybe, please?
Well, okay. Here's what I was thinking.
All the way.
Can we write on something and like throw it, or have it on a rope and we can tie the rope between us and like, you know what I mean?
What I was thinking was, my mind link, I don't think technically is a spell. It's just a racial feature. Would that be able to bypass whatever kind of?
So was Absinthosis.
Oh well,
Yeah.
okay, never mind then. Never mind. Sorry, I thought that was a class thing.
So this is 65, and that's a lot of rope. So I doubt we have 400 feet of rope amongst us, but we could make a clothesline where we could pass notes by pulling on one side of a rope that's a loop. So if we did it like this, See, that's 180 feet. So we'd need about 400 feet of rope tied together, and then we could pass notes.
I can also use that. This is what the spell actually says. I can use mold earth to create words in stone.
Does it have to be within your line of sight?
That's what I'm reading. Hold on. It is a 30-foot range.
It may not hold
It might not.
because a lot of magic stuff around you is struggling to hold.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have
Cuckoo.
rope? Yeah. Okay. So I have 50 feet of rope.
Yeah, Anders doesn't know. He's just waving sadly at Thamor from the other end of this hallway.
Buddy.
He dares not to check across.
I have 50 feet of rope as well. In my
Anybody else
explorer's bag.
have? We need 2 more people with 50. Or no, we need a lot of people. Wait a minute. 400 feet. We don't have enough. We can't have enough. There's not enough of us.
So if Evan were to go join the others, will the traps reactivate?
Also,
No.
I volunteer somebody more with a higher AC or so. What were we making?
Hey!
Deck saves?
Yeah,
Well,
you were making
she's
deck
our
saves,
best.
right?
She's our best
mean-
deck saver.
I could
don't know.
also I don't
What's
I
your
don't know
dex?
if this would hold, but I could
Might be
as
me.
much as I hate to waste any of my wild shape slots, I could spooky rat, because that's small enough that it would be able to like run underneath where
Yep.
these things are like shooting dangerous things out at us.
It might
But then
be
you gotta
magical.
communicate.
That's a magical
I've
effect.
got mind link. I can do that as a rat. We've established this. I've
Right.
done it
That's
before.
still
But then you gotta communicate. So like you have to read something and then communicate it back to us.
Well, but once I'm out of the like the magic suppression stuff, I can mind link with one of you guys in the hall and tell you.
Not back up
Wait.
there.
But I
You
thought it was
see
all, I thought
Zidane's
the whole
aura
place was being
flickering.
suppressed.
my aura is basically flickering just at the end.
Yeah, I think we're getting suppressed throughout the whole place.
Okay, well, it was an
I
idea.
think this has to be done like physically. I mean, if you could wild shape, then we could like tie a pad and pencil to you.
I mean, alternatively, I could also just fucking army crawl underneath these things and
That's true.
carry.
Yeah. Evian, what's your dex?
17.
I have
much better than
dex
mine, yeah.
Evian. So I have 18. So I could go through.
Give yourself inspiration.
I think I can do that, right?
Yeah.
I guess yeah.
All right.
Can you give yourself bardic inspiration? Or
I don't think it says you can't.
know. I think you get that at a certain level, and I can't remember whether
Oh.
I probably can't. But anyway, so the idea is that if we get another one and the door still isn't open, we got to go back one more time. So I would like to volunteer to go run the gauntlet. Is that okay?
Okay, you go for it. I'm just standing here.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
let's try to see if we can. Hopefully, it won't be necessary. Hopefully, this is the last word that we need. But
And
you
and I have
cast on
writing
yourself
implement
until
and
level 14 is a College of Lore.
copy. So I have pad and paper too. So when I think when I go over there next time, if it's still not open, I'll tell Andros to come back. Or
Roll if it's
maybe when the
traps.
door's fully open, then the traps are disarmed and we don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't know. Anyway, I'll volunteer to do the running, I guess. But like, so what word do we want to try?
yeah, what did we break? Are we going with right? I kind of like that one.
So
So
do I.
we've also, Key and I have also been talking. There's also the veil.
Mhm.
Broke the veil,
I did
Between
mention
the
that
planes?
earlier.
or the loop. I don't know if there's been a loop of things going on, but could they have broken a loop?
I mean, if I want to be thematically correct, right now, Andros and Thamor cannot really actually be part of the
Right.
conversation.
No. Yeah, exactly. This is sorry. I'll go back to being quiet and waving sadly at Thamor as he ignores me.
Yeah. Not trying to touch you out of the conversation, but the positions you picked, unfortunately.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, they're more staring at you. He's just not gonna walk past the fire.
Is he gonna at least wave?
He waves back with the axe.
Thank you.
Marani and Absinthos, you guys are near us. Are near. So what do you guys think? Right?
I think right. I think that's a
Absinthos,
yes.
what's your vote? Right? Okay.
Right.
I'll make the word right and plug it in and turn it.
You're doing RITE?
RITE.
Okay. You turn it, and a latch is sprung.
yes.
The door grows. It seems almost the correct height as the balls fall out. But you start hearing hissing coming from the last banister.
Snakes?
Except for Andros, you hear nothing. And Thamor, you hear nothing.
Coming from the last what?
From the last
Tapestry.
Tapestry. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
Hissing?
Hissing.
Fuck.
Can
Hey.
I
And you
smell?
also hear, for those on this side, you hear the sound of doors slamming.
oh,
Well,
good.
Well, I think that the doors just shut on us.
So,
Okay,
Zid-
well,
More fun with this.
so Zidane, does that hissing sound like more than just hissing to you, or?
I don't know, DM. What can I do to determine what sort of hissing? Wait,
Can he
I'm just gonna
understand the
go.
hissing?
How the heck would you tell?
I'm gonna go towards it and sniff slightly.
Ba.
I am immune to poison. Don't know if it might make me high. Uh-oh. Unless it's sulfuric acid, in which case that's a
Roll
chemical.
me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, fuck. Con
Stick my-
save. Do I
Let me
still...
stick my nose in it?
May I still use my paladin aura, or is that
Nope.
completely
It
gone?
is. It is gone.
Okay, that's
Oh, is
not
Frey
good.
gone too?
Frey is gone.
No!
So saving throws, take that and make it 0 again. Con save. Oof.
You fall to the floor, coughing and wheezing uncontrollably.
This.
More
Not
of this stuff.
again.
so when I see that, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna bolt for Andros.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a con save if you're running through that, unless you're going to try and hold your breath, in which case,
I'm gonna try and hold my breath.
go ahead and roll me a con save with an advantage. Because this stuff is pretty nasty.
Andros is sitting still, just tossing pebbles to Thamor.
Oh, that's not good.
Are you reading the wall, I'm guessing, Andros, or no?
He doesn't know anything's happened. He didn't hear anything.
That's true.
So 13.
13. You feel the tingling on your throat as you pass by, and your eyes kind of water up, but you manage to stave off, like hold your breath and not really get enough contact with your eyes as you by.
Okay, so do I get all the way to him, or?
And I also need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Like, can I place my token? Where am I? Here?
Green.
Well, you're passing through here is a dex saving throw as well.
Oh, that happened
Those will-
first, huh?
Yeah, I should have done that first. I forgot the.
Oh,
order on my own
okay.
end. But
And that's normal?
Yep.
Fuck me.
Ouch.
That's not nice.
take 4 points of piercing as these darts slam into you, and I will need you to make one more con save on those.
Oh no.
Okay, so I get
Poison
here.
darts.
Huh?
Of course.
No, I meant for the darts hitting you.
Oh, Jesus.
There you
That's
go.
Okay. You feel tingling and a bit of numbness, but shake it off as you run by. You reach this point by Thamor. As you pass by this tapestry, I need another dex saving throw.
All right, baby, come on. Better. There we go.
All right. Again, you dodge the darts as they go by. And I guess
You see Andros
Go
like
ahead and-
making the no, stop.
Can I stop here?
yeah, you can stop there.
Okay,
But
so
you don't hear anything, so you don't know where the gas is at this point.
I guess I'll stop on the other side of this now that I can see him. So I have like a pen and paper. I wonder, is there a way? So I'll try and write in big letters like what, right?
You could write it down, make a paper airplane, and then throw it at him.
Oh yeah, can I chuck it over to him?
Wait, are you actually making a paper plane, or are you just chucking the like? Are you crumpling the paper and throwing it, or like?
Well, it says writing paper in the entertainers pack,
So
but I don't.
It's just like a thick paper.
Well, like I assume I have enough of it where I could make like a weighty kind of ball. Or like, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'll wrap like a copper piece up or something in the paper so it gives it some weight so I can throw it to him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't think that really needs a roll. There's nothing. I mean, that's not a.
And I'll whip a pencil at you.
Yeah, just go ahead and kind of whip. You kind of whip over this weighted paper ball over to Andros.
I'm tipping you.
It hits him. He's kind of like. He flips you off.
So is it like I'm mute where I am?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I'll just. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Am I mute where I am?
Yes. As you pass
Okay.
by roughly around here, you just stopped hearing like your footfalls.
Okay, then I'll point to Andros and I'll do the pointing to my eyes and then over towards the tapestry, say write it down, like making the writing motion. So eyes and then writing.
Hey, dumbass, write it down. Got
Yeah,
the other part.
He'll turn around and lift the tapestry for the last time, hopefully.
Trouble comes in threes.
Okay. Andros will do that and scratches his head a little bit, tugs at a horn, unravels the paper, and scribbles it down.
How
Balls it
many
back
con
up.
saves do I have to roll now when all this is taking so damn long?
So
Actually,
here's
I had something that I wanted to do while all this was going on, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Sorry.
So
That was-
yeah, he'll write it and he tosses it back.
I don't think we have to move it anymore. Like I think I can give paper to Andros and then he can give it back to me and then we can give it to Thamor and we don't have to go across the things anymore because everybody's spaced out now.
If you're able to communicate that wordlessly.
I am apologize.
No, I know. I mean, I hindsight encounter with trying to make non-vocals a little bit rough, but
Okay.
too
So I
marquee,
assume you throw the paper back?
Yeah, that's what I just did. He crumpled it back up and checked it.
Okay.
So that's why I just sent you a message.
And I see it, and then I actually throw it at Thamor and say, I make the walkie fingers. Go take this over there. Go.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Thamor, get involved. Come on.
So,
They was gonna side pick up the paper, just like walking back.
so while all of this is going on, seeing Zidane hacking and coughing, going, can I see the gas or?
No.
Oh, so I don't know why he's hacking and coughing. I just
He's
Shut
just
up.
dying.
It looks
And you
similar.
saw Alton bolt and like get hit with stuff.
Playmore's gonna tap
would I
him
be
on the
able?
shoulder and hand her the paper.
Okay.
Good.
But right now, Zidane is still coughing,
Yeah,
And
he's
think-
on the ground hacking and wheezing uncontrollably.
and this
Can
one
I-
wasn't
Wait.
going right. This trap.
No. The fire
Alright.
ones seem to have not triggered at all since their initial.
All right, so she'll take the note from Thamor, go over to Zidane, use her sash around her face before kneeling down and like chucking the paper over to Absinthoss while she wraps her other end of her sash around Zidane and then pulling him away from the gas.
Okay. Go ahead and make me another con save then as you're out of the gas range. Is it in?
Okay. I am taking resilient and con next.
Also, Noko, as you or Thamor, as you go to that area, your armor fades.
Oh no!
I'm still wearing my helmet underneath my helmet.
So he's beach Thamor.
But what about the helmet under that?
Well, I mean, I haven't made the Minotaur helmet yet, so.
Wait, what? Oh god!
He's gonna have 3 helmets for
Right,
sure.
Absinthalis, a case of weighted paper is thrown at you.
I open up the paper. What does it say?
And Rose, what did you write on it?
I don't know. What did I write on it? Come on, guys. Telephone.
Wait,
All right,
so
fine.
nobody read it though. You can just tell them.
Well, I'm asking because in all RP, Andros does not have to write what I put on there.
He wrote what he saw. He wrote what he saw.
Okay, it says, "What will you do?"
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm because theoretically,
How much of a dick would I have been? He just writes on there, "Fuck you guys."
It's my character.
No, yes.
Listen, it's just an RP thing. I wanted to make sure you
No,
got it
it's
through,
fine,
or if you
yeah.
wanted to write what you thought. I didn't know if you were going to write like answers you thought, or just write the answer like what you wanted to. So
Yeah, no,
you
he
just write what you
wrote.
saw. What is written?
He
is,
wrote.
what will you
Yeah,
do?
what you saw, and there's a couple dicks on the page.
It says like my balls.
Who's
this Ligma?
They added their own.
Thavor's is just the helmet picture.
What
Up in the
will you
corner, it
do?
says, "I'm bored." Come, someone save me!
20. By the way, for the
Okay.
con.
Yeah, you managed to kind of recover. Your throat is still scratchy and eyes watery, but you're standing shakily now as that gas has continued to hiss into the room.
All right, and Evian will just basically undo her sash around him and then give him a little pat on the back.
Yeah, go into the corner. Thank you.
So what's the next clue, guys?
What
Well,
will you
Still has the
do?
paper.
Kind of shows the paper to Morani. What will you do?
Live?
Live? Yeah. Hopefully.
I like that one.
Oh, wait, save.
Save. Save. Is
There's
also
no-
an option. Oh
there's
no.
No S.
There's no S.
There's no S or A.
Mm-hmm. You will not click
Cave.
save.
Save.
Cave. No.
Andros knows what he would write.
Uh huh.
That's why I asked what you wrote on the paper, but
Dicks.
So does Al. So does
Just put in what you feel what is right. Evian shouts down the down the hall.
Uh.
I like this live one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put live in.
okay.
Put live in the key and turn it.
As you put live in there and turn it, you feel like the key vibrate against you violently.
Oh dear.
You get the number 2 appearing on your hand, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as flames gout from the eyes of this thing in front of you.
Oh, good.
Statue just disagrees.
Like, no, you're not gonna live.
Oh no.
You take 6 points of fire damage as the balls fall out of the ground, or fall out of the key, clattering to the ground, and you now have the number 2 on your hand.
Apparently we're not living, guys. Okay.
So the letters again are
What will we do?
HEL.
Help.
Yeah, go go go, go 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 go.
Yeah. That's
Help.
what.
Sure.
Help. Yeah.
Help.
What's the worst that can happen? I get flames just like you?
Yeah, well, yes.
A very concerned look coming over Evian.
She just takes a few steps back.
All right.
And I will put in help and turn the key.
Okay. You turn the key, and you hear a final latch click
Oh, thank God.
as the door fully forms. And you hear the doors behind, and you can see, for those down there, the doors crack and open again. And you hear the hissing die down.
Yay, no
Right.
more gas stuff.
Can we
Am I
talk
still,
now?
Are we still
Yes.
silenced?
Nope. The two fields have dissipated.
Never thought I'd be happy to hear myself breathing.
Oi, that was disconcerting. Oh, fuck, I'm...
Andros, you could probably come back over.
right. Relapsed into barnacle there for a second.
Elton like sticks a toe in front of this thing to make sure that there's no.
Nothing seems to fire out from it.
Is
Okay.
that hissing noise gone as well?
Hi, Thamor.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh, fine. Found the axe.
You found the what?
His axe. He holds up the axe.
Ooh, that looks nice.
It does.
Are there carvings on it? You said there were carvings on it, Salty?
Yes, like dwarven runic carvings, like very old.
Does that look like anything to me?
In what way?
Like a pictograph of a scene or of a god, or maybe there's some writing that's hidden in it. You know, I'm just taking a shot.
Roll me a religion.
Religion coming up.
You go ahead and roll with advantage for this.
Religion, second roll coming up.
You're not you're not exactly sure, but you could have sworn these symbols look very familiar to some of the gowns and some of the implements used when you were learning under the disciples of Moradin.
Thamor, hang on to that. Might be important.
I was already planning to.
Well, okay, so let me make this a little more clear. Don't sell that.
I wasn't planning to.
Good.
Well, what is it?
My
It's an
axe.
Yes, I fucking saw it was an axe, you twits.
Touchy.
What makes it so valuable, Alvin?
Is my aura back and the armor back on Thamor?
Yes.
Yeah,
And Frey
Are you-
pops back into place near you, Morani, with a very confused spider-like look.
Oh, good. All right.
how you doing, Zidan?
Well, there was that dust that apparently has a more material component that I'm just allergic to it. But aside
Yeah,
from that,
I got a little of that too. It's not great. All right. What does this door look like?
all right, who's gonna open the door this time?
Alton, as the door has taken its full shape, again, a sense of familiarity washes over you as you look at this door. Very similar to the door you saw as you were pushed through in that vision.
In the last part of it, sorry.
It's familiar to you as it looks like the door you were pushed through in the vision from, near the second session. That vision of
Okay, you're going way back on me, so I'm just okay. Hey,
when
this
you
looks really
remember when you got the
familiar.
first crown fragment, you had the vision of
I don't. I mean, I do, but like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
the plot is all straight in your head, and that for me that was it's a year and a half ago. Sorry.
Okay, well, I can pull up notes that Trika took, and you want to look back at that at some point. But you had a vision of, like I said, you went to sleep with the crown piece and woke up in a dream in a room bathed in red light. The tapestry, you saw the tapestry of the hammer buried in the mountain, and a dwarf had come to you, a very familiar, like it felt familiar to you, like in the persona you were in, grab you by the hands and tell you, come on, just a little bit further, and you could hear screams echoing the halls as you were being pulled through, followed by immediate silence before everything pretty much went dark. But as you're going through these hallways, you're starting to feel like you're in that vision again as these halls, this door is all familiar.
Everybody, this feels like a vision that I had, and Alton kind of describes what you just said.
Yep.
This might be the final door before something really serious happens.
Well, how do we all look? Are we? I mean, you know.
Alton fixes his hair a little bit. What? Does it look weird?
You know what I meant, Alton. I meant, are we injured? Are we? You know what I meant.
I'm slightly
Oh.
singed.
Yeah, some
I'm
of us
fine.
took some hits.
Right.
I could do a quick song of rest, I think.
I think that's when
Only
we're
if we're
taking a
short
short
resting.
rest.
Nope.
Hey,
This is as good as I'm gonna get.
Evian, you bought a bunch of those healing potions, right? If anyone's
I
hurt, we
did.
should probably
I
top
have-
off and
I do have 3. Who needs it the most?
Zidane, probably.
I'm all right.
you're
Literally
right,
only-
Morani. You look a little torched.
Yes.
She just basically hands a healing potion to Marani, to Zidane, and to Andros because she knows that he's a spellcaster. So
Well, as long as she's handing it to me, I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
Yeah,
May as
I
well.
will. Yeah, he'll down one as well.
Right.
Yeah, 7. That puts me back to full.
This what is it? A 2d4?
2d4
Plus
plus 2. That's right. I could give you a macro for it, like I got.
Hey, that puts me back up. So it gives me back everything I lost.
I'll be fine. Famous last words.
well, you have to keep
Right?
it on you.
Yep.
So that puts you down to 1 on you right now, Evian.
Nope, I have none.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because you gave one to
2 absent
absent
thoughts.
thoughts. Right. So
Uh,
I still
Which
have
I think
one.
he still has.
I still do. This will be fine. You know what? I'll take a swig
I
as
also
well.
have a healer's kit, so and a poison kit, but I promise I won't mix up the 2.
Marnie's actually got, based on our chart, Marnie's got quite a few healing potions. She's also got that 21 strength healing potion as well.
Yes. I've got 2 healing potions, and then I've got that hill giant strength healing potion. And I've also got healing spells, but I'm trying to conserve my slots right now, so
I'm still.
I have a little bit of healing spells, but yeah, I'm reserved those for combat.
I'm full on lay on hands, but I just have never actually. I don't think I've really used them in this entire campaign, except for
I don't
healing
think you
that
have.
one NPC that ran away.
So lay on hands is one of those ones that it's like you have to be next to the person, so it might
Yep.
be good to use it now if somebody's hurt.
It's free healing. I mean, it's, what is it, 30 points of free healing?
Yeah, and I get to choose how much is used.
Or it
So
can
yeah, I
spend
guess I will
a certain amount
use.
to heal poisons or something like that, right?
Yeah, 5 on disease or poison. So 8 points. So he snaps his fingers, and there's a little bit of that same colored light as what he usually uses his magic. And he closes his fist around it, and it flows into himself. There. So, Thamor, do you want to go in first?
Evan just rolls her eyes and goes first.
Okay, Mars, are you opening the door? And so Dan, finish your leans, go open the door.
Zidane's following
doing
behind.
this.
It's only open for.
Creaks open slowly,
But Dan, get your ass up here so we all get your
and you see, unfortunately, again, the map is not a great indicator of things at all times. There is another door at the end of the hall.
Okay, so marching order is Thamor, Zidane, Evian, or something like that.
I was
Andros will
gonna go
be
right after Thamor, but whatever.
in the middle. Apparently not.
I think we
Nice
just
work
have
there,
to
Elton.
kind of say it.
Come in.
I don't think we all fit in here.
Yes, you can go in the middle there. Go right next to Thamor.
You see, if we squeeze really tightly.
As you're all in the room, the floor drops out from underneath you.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say. That's what I would do.
Trash compactor.
It's full of slimy moss, and room becomes slanted.
You open the door.
Hmm?
Yes, no, maybe. Okay.
No.
Rolled
Yeah,
40.
saves more turns and kills everyone. He's possessed.
Thamor is opening it.
Nope. Roll 20, please. What are you doing?
Oh, good.
Okay,
Oh,
here we
child.
go.
Must kill.
Ignore the table. I can't remove it. There is a bed there.
Okay. Okay.
But you see this girl that's been tormenting you, for lack of a better word, throughout this area, sitting on the bed, kind of knees up. You see her clutching a stuffed toy, which looks strangely like a minotaur dress in a tutu,
Oh no.
as she's watching
Is
you
it
come
missing a
in.
head?
God, you're wearing your toy's head on your belt.
And as you walk in, she just looks each of you over. So you did it then. You passed. As I promised, I will answer as best as I can.
Insight check. I would like to roll an insight check after.
I was actually going to do that as well.
Sure. And Alton, again, this room is identical to the room from the vision.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Is that a bed in the middle of a table, or is that supposed to represent just a bed in the
As
middle
I
of
just said, ignore the table, because I cannot delete it off the map.
The table's not there.
It is
The
a bed.
table is not there.
Unfortunately, I cannot. The map is amazing, except for the fact that I can't alter some parts of it that would work much better. Did someone just dive bomb into the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah,
Oh,
Andros
She's
just walks
sitting on
forward.
the bed.
And he just sits down on the bed next to her.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
I didn't know she was sitting on the bed, but
Yeah, no, she's sitting on the bed, like legs up, kind of to her chest, with a stuffed minotaur doll.
yeah, he just sits down at the end of the bed and cocks his head at her.
She
I'm going with
doesn't move. She doesn't seem phased at all. Insight. I mean, as best you can tell, she seems to be truthful, if perhaps a bit sad.
Well, first things first. Who are you?
She called me Ellie.
She.
Mm-hmm. She. I think you've met her while you're here, right? Old Red?
You
Or-
knew her.
Mm-hmm.
You knew her.
Mm-hmm.
Who was she
just
to you?
nods her- In your words, I guess like a sister. Though, I guess maybe it's not normal. No one ever saw it that way.
You know him? Zidane points, hooks a thumb back over at Absinthoss.
Mm-hmm. Well, kinda. I hear him talking.
He certainly does that a lot.
She looks over to you. So you're the one who took her place.
What?
The Absinthoss, she said?
Wide
Mhm.
surprise.
He continues to remain silent on it.
Oh no.
She giggles a little bit as she pulls the Minotaur doll closer to her chest. I suppose it doesn't matter.
Right, Ellie. Why the games? Why the traps? Why are you trying to kill us?
I had to make sure you were ready, worthy
Worthy of what?
of saving my sister.
What's going to happen when we do that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I've been waiting here a very long time, hoping to find someone or some people to bring things back to the way they used to be.
How many others have tried?
Hmm. I don't know. All the guards that used to be here, they succumbed first, and then the noises, the lights, then it's been quiet for a very long time. I had a lot of time to think of all these puzzles and games and even my pet, and she holds up the little stuffed doll. I made that. But she looks over at Thamor. It wasn't enough. Or maybe you are good enough.
Who is your sister
Thamor.
to you?
What?
Sorry, Elton, go.
Alton goes back to Thamor and kind of grabs the axe. Can he take it from you?
Oh no.
Thamor?
I just want to borrow this for a sec.
Sorry, what?
Can I take the axe from you for a sec?
He hands over the axe.
And so Alton goes over and holds the axe by the top so that he's not holding it by the handle, like obviously threatening.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Do you recognize this?"
Yeah, it was, well, I guess he would be kind of my dad's axe.
That's what I thought. When was the last time you saw him?
Not since the lights and the screaming.
Yeah. But you know about the right?
A little bit.
Were you there or were you hiding?
I was down here. I couldn't leave. The presence up there was stronger than me. I must obey the stronger one. Even if it means...
Stronger one.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it means what?
You see her sniffling a little bit. Losing my sister.
Is she dead?
She closes her eyes and she kind of, you see her reach out a little, like just reaching out with like a hand. No, not dead. Just quiet.
Frozen. Yeah. I think we know where she is, but we need to either complete this right or undo it. I'm not sure. But I think we want to work together, at least. Right?
Think so. You passed my tests, and I helped to bring you here, and I just want to help my sister. She brought me a home and identity.
Where were you from originally?
She cocks her head at you. Nowhere really. And she holds up her arm, and you see those runic symbols forming along her arm.
Oh.
I how to explain. Perhaps you understand better. She looks over at Absinthoss a bit, but
Yeah, I was going there next.
yeah. I am. Olared was a bridge to us, the void. But she called to us. She gave us a name. She was lonely, you see. No one understood what she did, what she could do, and why. And Pa was really nice to her and tried, but when normal things didn't work, she called out for a friend. And thus I was given a name. It's a weird feeling.
I can only imagine. Elton turns around and starts to look at Absinthoss intently, and then a finger comes up and beckons, come here.
So it squeezes around
Nutty boy.
Evian and
So, emissary, what do you think our next step is here?
looks around. It's a good question.
Thank you.
Tell me something, Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had to obey the stronger one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your sister or the one who attacked?
The one who attacked. Another one given a name, but a much stronger collection.
What was that name?
She looks squarely at Absinthoss. His sister.
Excuse me, what? Applesauce? What?
That's what she goes by now.
Absinthoss is putting his hand to his head.
But recently, I don't know, a few weeks, months ago maybe, the collection never had a name. It was always just angry. But something broke. It got a voice. And Pa's friend started to weaken. We're strong enough to beat him now. So I heard you call out. So I brought you here.
Are you wanting to save the stronger one? Or would you rather save your pa?
She looks down at the stuffed animal and kind of curls up a bit. I don't know. My whole being is to serve the whole. But as Ellie, I just want to save Olared.
How does she feel about the stronger one?
She went out to go fight it, to save Pa.
Well,
She
that's
said
what
she'd
we're
be
gonna do.
back. So I've been waiting. I've been keeping this place all nice and ready. And
Well, that's what we're gonna do. Right, Applesauce?
How did you prepare? How did you prepare for this? Just the traps that you set for us to make sure we were worthy, or is there some other thing that you were doing?
no, a gift.
Okay.
She reaches out her hand, and you see again those runic tattoos light up. I'll give you my blessing if you go fight the stronger one. I cannot defy her openly. That doesn't mean I can't bestow my power to others.
What kind of power are we talking about here?
Hmm. Hmm. Something Olared might have loved. Call it a heroic power. Something they would tell you in the stories. He really liked it when Paul read her stories.
Is it just to one of us?
No, for each. Had a lot of time. I've saved up my strength.
So you'd sacrifice yourself?
I don't know.
Well, before you do that, I have one very plain question, and maybe you and our friend Absinthos over here can help answer it. You said the stronger one. You've said his sister. He points to Absinthos. What
Mhm.
is this that we're facing? What is this?
Another
beast?
entity of the void.
It's a void entity,
Hmm.
and when it was around back when the rite was happening, was the rite to banish it?
As far as I know, yes. That's what
Okay.
Val had mentioned he wanted to do what an old friend had done, and take it with him out of this damned world.
Okay.
In his words.
And you didn't see this rite, so you're not really sure what it is.
No. I have heard of it, perhaps. If the whisperings amongst my kind.
How can you commune with your kind?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They don't always listen. Especially for those of us that have a name.
Does he commune with your kind? And he points to Absinthos.
Yes. He called out for
Interesting.
passage here. He called out for passage to the tunnels. He called out for answers. And we helped answer.
But then why would his sister be here?
Like I said, something happened. 2 weeks ago, a month maybe. It was all normal, quiet, nothing ever changing, and then suddenly, that anger, those voices, a new one unified them all, and it got a name.
So, Absinthos, am I putting this together correctly that you have a sister that somehow... How is your sister linked to the void? What did she do?
Yeah.
Evian gives a little nod towards Absinthos' direction. She basically says, "Go on. It's better to tell him the truth."
Zidane stows his halberd on his back. He doesn't feel that there's a threat here.
I'm lining
We're
up.
waiting.
Well, excuse me for not wanting to put you in mortal danger.
I think we're
The
there.
fuck?
I think we're there.
Enough. Let him speak.
A different kind of danger when we get out of this part.
I think we're all past the point of withholding information because you think it's a good idea.
Absinthoth is getting a little more into Alton's face as he gets very emotional with this response. You know what I saw 10 years ago?
Nope.
You want to know what happened to my sister?
Sure.
Yeah. I saw my mother banish her to the 9 hells.
Okay.
Any knowledge of that puts you on a death list. Galaran.
Okay.
Just don't go say it so loud.
I think you just said it loud.
I'm saying out loud once so the message doesn't get mixed.
Okay.
He
So
backs down. And if this month time frame works out, apparently... Did we start adventuring a month ago? 2 months ago?
Sure, yeah.
Give or take.
Which means something we did caused something to
Okay.
break.
Okay. So let's he's not trying to be challenging to you, Absinthoth, but Alton, he squares up and he says, look, we all have secrets, and some of those secrets are dangerous. All we want is your trust. So if you trust us enough, can we do this together? And he holds up his hand, for a bro shake.
So Thus is a little hesitant on the idea. He's
Just work with us.
Sorry.
Marani charges, turns into a rhino, and charges.
We'll deal with the
I
other
don't wanna
problems
do a-
later. As he
I
brings
don't
his
want to
hand
do a
up for
PC to
shake.
PC roll right now, but I'm perfectly willing to. I would
He
very
shakes
much
the
like to
hand.
persuade you. Yeah,
He shakes the hand. He's
Persuade
like,
you to
"We'll
work
sort the other details out later."
I'm absolutely sure we will. But for right now, we need you to tell us what's going on. So if your sister was banished to wherever, and we don't need to talk about that necessarily, seems like she's performed some sort of ritual or rite or something, and now she's the one that's either communing or controlling this stronger one. Am I off the mark there?
The part that there's some gaps to be filled, but essentially she was banished for not wanting to submit to Zariel, the Devil Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the relationship between once she got there and what happened now. Whether she chose to do it on her behalf, Zariel's behalf, or doing it in rebellion to Zariel to bond with the Void.
But you commune with the void just like she does. And so isn't that a question that you would have asked already?
The attempt of doing that in front of you in the higher city was...
I wondered.
Yeah, no, she was waiting for me. That was the spooky part. About as best as I got.
Could have told me then, man.
I could have, and I should have.
All right. Well, he turns back to Ellie. Andros. Well, shrugs. I don't know what to do now, but
Well, that's a fucking right piss shite. So, your sister, your mother, fucked over your sister because she wouldn't bow down to a fucking demon queen. I got that right.
Queen. Devil Queen, but yes.
I really don't give a shit about the difference.
It does matter a lot.
Great. Are they still fucking evil?
In a different capacity, yes.
No, that's a lot more words than I asked for.
It's the way they go about it. Much like
Great.
the void could be considered evil, it's the most banal form of it possible. It doesn't care what happens one way or another.
It's chaos.
Right. So, again, your sister, does she have a name?
Or can you not say that out loud?
Out of character, I forgot to name this character. Because I don't name everything! I didn't think it would matter so soon!
We will edit that and post.
What's her name?
Fucking ruined! Damn it!
Pick one right now. Right now.
Just say that it was stripped.
Madeline. There we go.
Knox,
Madeline.
if you're still watching, I apologize. This is unscripted.
If this is scripted, we really had all the ball jokes. Like, really.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, have you watched
Maybe
Critical
better.
Role?
The ball eater.
There we go.
Right.
Adeline.
So Madeline, who is a victim in this whole fucking situation because you fucking nobles don't know when to quit it. Getting involved with a demon queen? Slaughtering your own sister to her because, well, what the fuck, you don't want to serve an evil demon?
So I'm trying to keep the situation under control here. Alton's probably failing though. he's like, okay, so we can do
Andros
that
is
later.
like pacing. He's like starting to do that little like angry pacing.
We're definitely getting that. Let's get topside before we interrogate the bad man. He like puts an arm on Absinthos' shoulder because he knows what he did.
I don't think he's bad.
I don't think he had
Ellie.
a choice, if you think about it.
I'm not really.
He had a
that
choice
fucking-
of. He could have told us, though. He could have told us.
Told you that what? You put a cross on your back?
I mean, but it's there. If we're traveling with you, it's there anyway.
It's your fucking mother.
I mean, just
That's what
keeping
makes
that a
it
secret doesn't
hard.
really help. But it doesn't really help anyone to keep it a secret. Like, you weren't protecting us at all. You're just keeping us in the dark.
I was protecting you so that you wouldn't have the knowledge where you accidentally might have a hit squad go on you.
How does that? I'm failing to link the two.
You don't necessarily know about the sister. You don't accidentally mention it around in Galarian. You don't have an assassin on your back.
Okay, but we're perfectly capable of keeping secrets. That's a trust issue. So you just don't trust us. But that's like kind of not neither here nor there. Like right now, we're just trying to gather information, right? So this.
Oh
is good.
yes,
We're making
trust. Points over to Andros. Yes, the person who was portraying himself as an old haggly human for a bit, and
Right. Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm failing to see the level of comparison here. Pretending to be an old man because look, I'm a fucking tiefling and we ain't fucking liked much around here. And you being complicit with your mother serving a demon queen. I'm not seeing the comparison of magnitude here.
Yeah, on a boat for a couple of weeks, and your domain is out of water.
I didn't ask for that. And I'm pretty sure my domain, isn't a fucking demon queen trying to murder you.
No.
If anything, I told it off.
Guys,
Because
this is
of
not
me.
enough.
Right. We're
This is not getting us anywhere.
Fine. One question. Applesauce. Absinthos. Fine. You want respect? Are you in league with your mother or not? Because we gotta know right now if we're gonna be fighting you too.
All eyes on Absinthoss.
Are you ready for
Squinting
the
towards
onslaught of
Andros.
insight checks?
Evan just turns to
Do you think I
Absinthoss.
want to be in league with my mother?
Insight check.
While that all gets rolled out, Zidane's gonna look at Ellie and ask, where did the stairs go?
Oh. They lead out.
They go back into the new keep. The one that Grimlock's friend is currently using.
Mm-hmm.
Do they know
It used to
about
be
it?
a storeroom for the guards, but Ulrich and I would play in there.
Right.
Back to Andros doing the pointing at the cat meme.
So yeah, if
You said you don't want to be in league with her, yet you've been hiding the fact that your mother is serving a demon queen to literally the entire city. She isn't serving, she's serving on the noble council or something, right?
And what do you think happens if I even step out of line for even one moment?
Oh, I don't know. You go get some fucking help. You got an adventurers guild filled with experienced adventurers. You've got the fucking king and the army. Is your mother so powerful that she's going to be able to deal with all them?
Oh yeah, that's right. You know the whole thing that caused this conversation? My sister tried to do the same thing.
Huh. Seems like she was on the right track. Not being complicit fucking coward like you.
oh man, so I wanted to insight check a long time ago. That's okay.
Andros just turns his back and throws his hands up.
Oh.
He's standing up against the credenza thing over here.
Can I not make an insight check?
Salty has muted himself, I think.
No, I'm here. I mean, you can. It's inciting shutting other players is always kind of an oddity, to me at least. But I mean,
it's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. Go for it. I mean,
Well, it's so the way that I've seen it done is
here's the thing: like,
if he's trying to be deceptive, or if he's being truthful, you don't want to make him roll for deception. So it'd be a private roll, and then I'm rolling insight to see if it's.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he would need
higher,
to roll,
and then he would need to tell you what's going on, and then you would need to tell me.
Okay. So yeah,
if that works, if you want to do that, if you don't want to do this at all, we don't have to do this.
no, that's fine. It's just I have to. That's kind of what I need to clarify. Is then yes, if depending on what you're trying to go for, Absinthoss. I mean, you want to private roll me or DM me.
It was the statement. Do you think I would want her to? Do you think I would want to go along with her, his mother? That was what I was looking at him for.
Yeah, I just.
How do I do a private roll?
The part that just always gets me to that is it's hard to, at least in my mind, when this kind of thing happens, in terms of fully differentiating what your player will think anyway. Like, if you're fully on board with it yourself, I mean, I don't know how the insight check changes that other than it forces your perception, or you're just always going to be suspicious regardless of a high or low roll. Like, does that make sense?
But we don't have to see his roll.
Regardless of you see it, right? Let's say you roll really high, and I say, yeah, he seems truthful. Well, you don't know if you succeeded or failed. So you don't know if you're actually just going to be, like, you're going to still act suspicious, because the way you drive character versus character, it's hard to, like, give you indication that you won or lost without giving it away.
That's
just in my mind, right? Like, You roll, let's say you
That's
roll 19
fine,
and
though.
he is trying to
Yeah,
deception. rolls
you're
a
making
20.
it seem like a problem. It's not a problem though. Like if I roll and then he rolls higher or lower, and you tell me either way, he seems like he's being honest. That's what I wanted to know. And so even if you rolled higher, that's gonna inform my role play. It's not like I'm rolling to have you tell me that exactly what he's thinking. Like I can't know that. It's more, do I believe that he's being truthful? You know, does Alton believe he's being truthful? I mean, this happened. Okay.
I don't know. Just like I said, it's just my 2 cents on it, just because. Whatever.
So should I roll deception, or how do I roll privately?
Don't tell us that. Don't tell us that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to just. I don't know how you roll privately on roll 20.
Whisper.
Is it a whisper?
Like a slash with a W.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
The
could do a
slash
GM
W.
And you can
roll.
also just DM me in Discord or whatever as well, or message me like what
I
your
think
intent
it's-
is with it.
I think instead of /roll, it's /GM roll, and it goes just to salty.
Yeah.
Correct.
So slash GM roll, you said?
Yeah, and just if you want to message me in Discord or like send me a like whisper whatever, like what your intent is, whether it's truth, deception, that sort of thing.
It's deception or persuasion usually, because he's making a statement. So
Well, thank goodness it's... Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to help
Like,
flavor it in terms of like, you know, if a character's not giving the whole truth, right?
What's his body
Yeah, yeah.
language? What's the expressions on his face? How impassioned is his? How much his guard is down?
And that's why I
compared
usually like in these scenarios too, like having that RP moment of how you say it to each other helps, you know, in my opinion, just influence it. But I don't know. Like I said, I know it makes sense in a way, but it also just kind of.
it's just rough to have the kind of character that I have, where I have a 20 charisma. And like if I were in his position and I was trying to convince everybody else of a lie, and you asked me to roll against that, I'd be perfectly happy with that, because that's why I built Alton the way I did.
No, I know, and against NPCs, that's fine. It's just different versus with
Even
players
against
in my mind.
PCs though. Okay.
versus player is always really messy.
Mm.
NPCs is one thing. That's why like you've pretty much convinced everyone so far to have your way, talked your way into the faceless, you talked your way into being a acolyte, you talked your way into a lot of things, which worked very well. It's just against players, it feels different to me, I guess. And maybe that's just because of the way I see it. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, it's just my opinion to it. But anyway, just go ahead with what we got, I guess, for now. And okay.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, I mean, so based with that, yeah. So Alton, you get that he's the sense that he's telling the truth. He doesn't seem to have a deceitful motive.
Okay. Cool.
This is what
Thanks.
I can probably turn off that.
That works. So Andros kind of stalked off to the bookcase, right?
yeah, he's basically hands on the credenza thing here, and unless this is like a full-on bookshelf. Is it full-on bookshelf?
It's like a low dresser.
Yeah, credenza type thing. So basically, hands are at waist height, and he's just like standing there with his hands on his back, kind of that angry parent mentality or angry parent look.
So Alton shares a look with Evian and looks over at Andros and is like, "Oh my god." Well, where do we go from here?
Well, you do what you said you were going to do. You said you would help.
Right.
Do you know what will happen to Grunbar when the rite completes?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of those planes.
He's
Perhaps he goes
bound
home.
by contract, right? Yeah, so he could go home then, but he doesn't necessarily have to. I don't know.
It's probably up to him, I would imagine.
I just wanted to hear an outside opinion. I'll accept whatever blessing you're willing to give. And if no one objects to Zidane pushing through or to Neil.
Nope.
Neil to be at eye level with her.
She gives you a grin. And she nods, and you see her. She takes your hand, like gently, and puts her palm across it and moves away. And you see a glowing purple sigil appear on your hand.
Are those numbers gone, by the way?
Yes, sorry, those numbers faded away with the end.
Gone up to 999.
No, we're just gonna keep track.
666.
It's gonna come up in another puzzle. Don't worry. No,
Oh no.
no. And you get a marking, this runic marking on your hand.
What does it feel like? He asks it.
It doesn't feel like anything's changed. You just kind of have what looks like a very fancy glowing tattoo at the moment.
So is it like over the armor or like pressing into the skin?
Pressing into your skin.
So it flashes and then gets imprinted below the layers of armor. Okay. No, I feel fine.
It won't do anything now. It'll help you in the fight.
So he's going to look at Ellie, look at the runes that are going up and down her arms. And he's just going to slowly lean in and give her a hug.
She gets wide-eyed, and you feel her like stiffen for a second before she kind of gives in, and she gives you a hug back with like, kind of, you know how that child would with like a hug around your waist and like the stuffed animal holding it by its arm in one hand.
Oh,
So sorry that you've been alone for this long.
It's weird. I'm not supposed to care about these things. When she gave me a name and called to me, became a different world.
So do you have to stay down here, or can you leave?
Until that other presence is gone, can't leave.
Okay.
I don't know what'll happen when it goes.
So yeah, by that point, he's holding her like hands on arms after a hug is done. He was like, "What, did she think that you were just a doll for her whims? Did she forget that you had a
No.
pulse?"
Not at all. Just even though I have a name, I'm still one of, and you see her just like kind of look at her hands, you see the symbols lighting up, and almost like the edges of her hands, like the form of it seems to flicker a little bit before she clenches her fists and the tattoos fade back down. I still have to obey the hierarchy of a stronger presence.
Void is weird.
When it becomes blurred with your world, I guess that's the best way to describe it.
Well, he stands and then lightly ruffles her hairs. He's going to make a point of stepping over around the bed and he's gonna... Where the hell is... There. He is going to... The mark is on his left hand. He's gonna clap it onto Andros' shoulder. Lightly, of course. But he's gonna fix him with a hard stare.
What?
And I
What?
trust you to keep calm for the next day. Or however long it takes to get rid of this thing.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Seen far too much of this fucking shit. Nobles, voracious greed for power and influence. Innocent people getting hurt along the way, and no one being willing to stand up and stop them.
Did nobles send you and your ship on the mission that got them killed?
No, that was just a storm. Happens to anyone.
Being born into a family happens to anyone.
Being willing to stand up against it, it happens to the people too. Not cower.
True. I can't say go easy on him because I know that you won't. But if you trust at least my judgment of character, as someone that has to spend every single fucking second of my days remembering that I can love and be loved, that I can be kind and receive kindness, that the man standing over there is not an enemy, has his own broken baggage that he's carrying around, just like I am, just like you are. Please find it in your day to give him the benefit of doubt, at least, for a little more.
And just chews on a lip a little bit. Seems stare up at the crests and spears ahead of him.
This is the closest thing I've ever had to a family beyond Riel. In whatever sense that your other races consider a family. Don't like it when family fights, and I can finally understand what that feeling is like. I'm a predator. I don't feel. I only know danger, food, worth. I shouldn't be able to understand what we have right now, but even if you and him are fighting, still consider you brothers. I think that's how the term goes in these situations.
Well, sit down. Welcome to family. It's messy. It's ugly. It fucking sucks sometimes. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna be pissed at him. But I'm not gonna hurt him. But I certainly expect. I don't know what I expect. I just hope he pulls his own weight.
You can feel his hand tremble slightly, and if you look into Zidane's eyes, could probably understand where someone could get a little bit emotional. They'd start tearing up, but his eyes are still dead and cold, and there's nothing at the edges of them.
There's a hardness in Andros's eyes.
He squeezes his shoulder slightly and then turns away. Sorry, direct eye contact is not appreciated. He finally lets go of your shoulder.
And as you let go, you see Andros quickly snatch up and grab your wrist. He puts a head down and sighs. For what it's worth, thanks. Good kid. Keep doing what you're doing. Now let's go.
A warm smile. Small, but seems natural enough compared to other times.
So, if everyone is in the consensus of going forward,
Mhm.
we can do more. If you guys want to have more of the RP tech sessions, I mainly ask because I know it's about to be 1 a.m. and I think we lose an hour tonight.
We do lose an
Yeah,
hour
we do.
tonight.
Oh, damn
Just
it.
jumped about
shit.
3 a.m. very shortly.
Mhm.
So, hence why, not to cut this short because I'm loving the RP, but not to have everyone have really crappy mornings tomorrow. If we want to continue the RP tomorrow, we can, or later on we can, or we can do it in the chat. She will give a mark to everyone who wants to take the mark from her. You also all get a level up.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, I mean,
Level 7!
sorry.
So, yeah, prepare yourselves, level up. I will go ahead and say that through the power of what she's giving you as well, go ahead and take it as a long rest as well. Recover
Yes.
slots, health, that sort of deal. And we will push on to what basically is summing up to be pretty much coming close to the climax of Dunmorak here,
Dun, dun,
with
dun.
confronting, well, the thing that's outside. And in case you're musing, I
Are
guess
you
to the Lord,
freaking serious?
Oh,
Is there...
Hmm?
You wouldn't allow me to re-roll that one, would you?
you get to reroll once.
Thank God. God damn it! Nope. Oh my God!
what the fuck?
Nope.
They really want you to have...
D20 broke!
Holy shit!
Treg, what did you do?
Oh my!
Oh man, I've been muted this whole time. What the hell?
I rolled one.
Somebody screenshot that.
I rolled 5 natural ones in a row.
Yo, screenshot
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I got it. Holy shit! We caught it on stream. This is
Oh my goodness!
I
Wow!
just woke up
My
our
God.
roommate.
Worth it. Oh jeez. Whew.
Wow!
Look, I'm
I
finally
just-
above 40 HP.
What's the odds?
Oh yeah, if you guys want to, because I'm
It-
messaging other people as well. If you guys want to RP with me with Ellie, we can do that as an RP text throughout the week as well.
Oh, baby.
Oh, cool.
Oh God.
No, seriously, what you just did was like statistically impossible. Roll 20 is terrible. It's terrible.
See,
Man,
Sorry.
2 and I was like, oh my God, it can't get much worse. And then 3 more followed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
sorry,
roll
I sucked up on
five-
your luck.
like impossible.
5 nat ones on a D8 in a row is less than like a 0.00 something percent. It's an insane percentage.
I have
Yeah.
rolled shit for HP this entire goddamn time. I don't think that until now I've ever rolled higher than a 3. So
Wow, we've got
Like-
a lot of big rolls there. Thamor got a huge hit to roll.
jeez, all right. Everyone's
I
getting
get-
good.
Average, almost.
I feel like I should be allowed to take those. I
I'll
feel
take
like
it.
I should be
Holy
allowed
crap.
to take those 5 ones just because that is fucking amazing.
But
I need to figure out what I'm doing because I might want to multi. So, is it okay if I roll that later?
you can roll it later. That's fine. As long as you
Yeah.
throw the roll in here at some point, you can multi.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. If you want to think about your class, what you're going to be taking, because level 7 I think is a decently big level. I think the next big one's 8 for feats or whatever.
Yeah.
Which
Okay. Done
I was
leveling
just
up.
gonna take the average and just make our life simpler.
Man.
Unless
you
you want
guys-
me to roll badly.
I mean, Zidane and Berserk and Rain have already seen it, but if you guys want the allusion to what she's going to, if you haven't figured it out, I put it in the spoiler thing in the Almir channel for
We
amusement's sake.
finally figured out what the something somewhere was. I'm so happy.
Oh my God!
Mhm.
I just put the 2 and 2 together from what the I thought it was just like, oh, this is Andro or Apsathoth's having what for? It's like, oh,
Nope. I've been sitting on this one for a fucking long time.
Yes, you have.
stars
Wow.
above. Oh, hey guys, guess what? If you're within 10 feet of me, all your spell damage taken is halved.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
So if I have the spell damage taken, you have it again. I mean,
I think
Well,
only one
it's-
effect takes.
It's resistance.
I'll-
so he grants
use mine on them
resistance to
then.
spell damage, if I remember the wording
Yep.
of it. So, like my fire resistance and his spell damage resistance wouldn't technically stack.